Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Rose, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 257, our Game of the Year 2024 episode. Joining me, as always, Daniel Neveroli.
What's up, gamers? This is exciting. It's always the best episode.
Hi, Daniel. It sure is. Also joining us, normally, as always, Steven Sims.
Daniel,
Yeah.
we need to talk.
Oh, no. I don't like where this is going already. Why do we need to talk?
I need you to admit on camera that you're a cheating piece of shit.
Oh, starting off spicy.
What's happening right now? What is happening?
I'm a betting man, and the odds are never that good for me. And you think you can make a little game and
What are we talking about, right?
and be
Right
first. You get first picks of Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, and our fantasy critic.
So three times in a row.
What do you guys
You're
want
full of
from
shit.
me?
You are
What
full
do you
of
want
absolute
from me? I would
bullshit.
never cheat. I would
So,
never cheat.
In a minute, there's going to be a knock on the door.
Actually, I hear my roommate.
Exactly. And there's a man who's going to come in with a lie detector test. He's going to come in with a lie detector test, and you're going to do a live detector test right now, live on the Nerdic Gods podcast.
It's that guy that does the lie detector test for like all the celebrity.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's awesome.
I hope this game gets delayed. I hope GTA gets delayed, and you're stuck with it. You're stuck with it.
Do you
and
really
I'm here
hope it gets
rent-free
delayed, though? Like, do you really
Yeah,
hope
do you just
GTA
not wanna
6
play GTA
gets
6?
delayed?
I'm
that
Do you
petty.
really? Like,
that
I'll
petty,
gladly have him win this year if we get to play GTA 6. That's
No,
fine
but
with
I just
me.
want GTA.
That's fine with me.
I don't want it.
Like, that'll be great.
I don't want it.
Don't want it.
Guys, that'll be next year, hopefully, maybe. That we'll talk about GTA 6.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you think so? A lot of people seem to think so. Rockstar seems to think so. A lot of other people don't think so.
It's been 12 years.
It's funny because
I mean,
it seems like the industry is already convinced it's not coming out this year, which is kind of a good thing for Rockstar.
yeah, they can come out and surprise, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
hey,
It's like,
we
it'll be
were
like a
prepared.
legitimate
Yeah.
surprise if it does come out in 2025.
Sure.
That would be nice. But guys, it is 2024. We're doing a Game of the Year episode. So what do we do here for our Game of the Year episode? We go over different categories, which we put the games in. As you can see, our first category is best gameplay / game feel. So it's a bunch of categories like that. And then, of course, at the end, we pick our overall Game of the Year. And then we will also give our top 10s of our individual top 10s for
Do you want to go over the
Game of the Year
categories before
2024. Yeah,
actually
we can
get
do
this going?
that. So the first one's best gameplay / game feel. Second one is what? Best moment.
Mhm.
It's actually a really good category. I wish Game Awards
Yeah,
would
it's
do
one of-
that category.
Yeah,
It's a
best
little too
moment-
like spoilerly to do it
Yeah.
in like a big award show like that, but it's a good category.
It's one of my favorite categories
Yeah.
for sure.
Then we have best narrative. Then we have best character, best music
another
/
good
sound, best indie game, best art direction, and then our Game of the Year.
For the three of us combined, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we each have our own lists.
And so we'll go over all those categories, narrow it down to top 2, and then we'll pick a winner. And we'll keep going like that. Takes us a good while, so this will be a long episode.
Mhm.
Guys, are we ready to begin?
Of course.
Our
I feel like I do want to say though, normally I'm the one that kind of plays like a bunch of random stuff. This year it's definitely a little different. I have not played nearly as much. There's like, indie I didn't really play. I haven't beat Metaphor. I didn't play 1,000 Time Resistor mouthwashing that I would like to. I didn't play Neva. So like I'm a little behind. Even Zelda. Like Zelda's not on any of our stuff. So I feel like you're going to be taken like front and center, Connor. I feel like you've played the most.
I think there's a few on here. Sims, did you put in stuff that you played that we haven't played?
No, I barely played 10 games this year.
Okay.
What else did you
Well,
play?
I know
You
you're-
played like
thank goodness
Plucky
you're here,
Squire. We should put that in here. Yeah, I threw Thank Goodness You're Here and
Yeah, if we need to
whatever
throw another game in
categories
here.
in
We can
there.
throw another game in here. when
Yeah,
we're
if you see something open, Sims, go for it.
Yeah.
Anyways, our
I
first
can't
category.
actually get into the doc either.
Really?
Okay. Well, we can type it in there for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we got? Best
What, you've been
gameplay,
booted from the doc? All right, yeah.
I
Best
just thought that was
gameplay / game feel is our first category. Your nominees: Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Tekken 8, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Princess Peach Showtime, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Stellar Blade, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Balatro, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, Astrobot, Helldivers 2, Penny's Big Breakaway, Little Kitty Big City, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Kinetsugami, Path of the Goddess, Silent Hill 2 Remake, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Marvel Rivals. Who's been playing that, Daniel?
That was me. That's a new
That's you?
edition. I haven't played as much as I
Ooh.
want to, but it's a new edition. It's not in
Okay.
that many categories, but I put it in this in the game of the overall game of the year.
Cool. Cool. All right, guys. Let's start how do you say that
Whittling.
word? Whittling. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Whittling it down here.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything that like sticks out that's like, is that really great? And I think it's one that I put in, pretty early. I'll just kind of knock one down. It's Princess Peach Showtime. I think this is a very charming game, and I like that game. I think it seems like more than most people do, but I think where it fits in the categories like how many different play styles Peach has with all the different like costumes and like dress ups that she gets, but I don't really think it holds water to like some of these other ones. I think this is going to be a tough category because we're only going to narrow it down to what do we usually do 3 and then we pick one, right?
No idea.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
2.
we'd like
Yeah, I
narrow
don't
it down to 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So I don't think Princess Peach Showtime's really going to hold any water to the rest of these. So I'm good.
Get out of here, Peach. Yeah, forgotten about game over the year.
Yeah, for sure. I think it just wasn't as critically well received as I think some others.
Okay. What do we want to delete then next? Okay, I'll delete Little Kitty Big City.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to hear about this one. I
but-
know you like Little Kitty Big City a lot.
Love it, man. It's such a
So
great
what
game.
made you
It
put it
doesn't
on?
control great, but it really just for the laughs, just for the laughs.
Okay, for the lulz. Okay, for sure. Okay.
Great game though. Great game. It's the cat game Strayed wish it was.
Mm. Can I start poking?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Silent Hill 2 remake.
Already?
Yeah.
Now,
for gameplay or feel.
for gameplay?
Gameplay
Yeah,
and
I
feel.
mean, look, it's not going to win this category. I agree with that.
You think there
But
are
it
worse
is
things
actually
than that?
great. Yeah,
Okay.
it's especially the way its enemy design works, where each enemy kind of has its own weapon that you want to defeat it with. I think, and I do think it feels great as a shooter, just in general, and even the melee is actually pretty good too. But
Okay.
yeah,
We
I
can
think
keep
there's
it
worse
down.
on the list. No, we can take it off because I mean, I don't think it's like a top 3 either.
We can
but
wait if you want to.
no, it's fine. It's
You
not
said
like we
there's worse on
narrow
the
it
list.
down into.
I'm more interested what you think is worse.
Let's look around here. Maybe there isn't worse on the list. I'm just saying that at the moment.
This is a tough category. There's so much in here. I think we're gonna have a hard
I would
time.
say Indiana Jones and the Great Circle can go.
Really? I think that seemed like a really dark horse because of like how like
I
haven't
honestly,
played,
I
so I
don't.
don't know.
Yeah, I just like if you want to talk about the stealth. Yeah, the stealth's good. I don't think it's great by any means. I don't think it's a standout really, like amongst stealth games in its own genre. And then when everything blows up and you kind of get into the combat, I legitimately think the combat's actually pretty bad. Just the beat 'em up punching part of it, I think, is actually
Yeah.
fairly awful. But the
What about, like, the
stealth does feel
improvisation?
good.
I played an
Picking things
hour
up.
and I was not impressed.
The what, Daniel?
Like the
I-
improvisation of like picking things up and stuff.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
mean,
not
that's fine. No, it's fun. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a competent stealth game, but there's some heavy hitters up here. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think it's amongst those.
What were you saying, Sims?
I just said I played it for an hour,
Yeah.
and I wasn't impressed. Like the punching didn't feel good, the stealth didn't feel that
You
great.
do very
It just-
little of the punching, I will say. You know, it's like that's not what the game's supposed to be. You know, but that
It's very
does
much
happen
pick up
from time to
something, knock
time.
someone out. Granted, I played an hour, but I mean, within an hour, I was like, I already made my decision. I was like, oh no, I can't bother.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
I just don't particularly find the gameplay to be the best part of it.
Okay. You want to cut it then?
Sure.
Okay. Sims, what about you? Do you have any like ones that stick out for you of like either bad or like this is one of your favorites? I know you said you've played like a little less than me this year. Oh.
I mean, I don't know. Like Call of Duty is just Call of Duty to me. It didn't feel any different.
Oh,
from
I think that's
when I played it 10 years ago. It doesn't feel much different.
this is a different. This is a whole different Call of Duty. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I played it for a couple. You guys have played a long time, a lot of it. But I don't know. It just feels like every.
It's that Omni movement, Sims.
I Omni moved everywhere. I still felt like normal Call of Duty.
You're Omni moving everywhere.
Omni moving up the walls.
What about you, Connor?
No, I think Call of Duty felt fantastic this year. Yeah, like especially amongst other Call of Duties. You know, I think it was like the best feeling Call of Duty I've ever played, if I'm being honest. But I know what Sims is saying. Like, it does just feel like Call of Duty, but there's a little added element with that new type of movement that they got going on.
Yeah. But for me though, someone that's like I think even Connor felt the same. Like Connor was the same. Like I came back to it after so many years, and it just felt like Call of Duty. I was like, oh, this is well different from the last time I played it. Same shit.
Yeah, no, I mean I do agree with that for the most part. Like, it was Call of Duty, but it was amplified up a little bit. I don't know if it'll win, but I think it's like,
yeah, I think it's higher.
I think it's up there.
Yeah. See, I honestly, you can make.
We can delete. It's not like we're ranking these things, so it's like we can take it out. But
yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't take Call of Duty out yet, but
okay.
I think you used to do the same argument with like Tekken 8, and like I think I'm the only one that played Tekken 8 here. I love Tekken 8. In terms of like gameplay, I mean, it's an amazing feeling fighter, but like, I don't know, is it that like incredible? No, I don't know. I think it's an amazing game. It's definitely gonna be high on. It's be in my top 10, but I mean, I think I'd rather get rid of Tekken 8 first, personally.
Okay. You want to take off Tekken 8 then?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Not that I like Tekken. I know I'm the only one here that will fight for Tekken. But
I will take off Kinetsugami Path of the Goddess. Does actually feel really good with the whole third-person action angle going on there. Mm-hmm. But overall, that stuff's kind of on the side compared to what the overall game is.
Right.
I will also then delete The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Really cool mechanic with the whole
I thought that would stay
thing.
Longer.
Yeah, no, it's a really good mechanic, but I mean, just traversing the open world is actually kind of a hassle in that game because it feels so slow. So yeah, I would knock it down for that, and then the rest. I mean, we got some heavy hitters up here, so I don't think it's going to last very long, anyways.
This might be a controversial one that I'm going to poke at. As much as I love it, it's going to be high on, I think, our top 10 list. But Astrobot, as much as I love it, it doesn't really feel much different than Playroom. You know, like if we're going to kind of poke Call of Duty or even Tekken for like it kind of just feeling like the predecessor, like Astrobot, it has like cool, fun, like unique little like mechanics you do for different levels, and that's really fun. But like it really doesn't play much different than Playroom.
I mean, but it didn't.
Sure, I can agree with that.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying we need to knock it off.
More of the same. We just wanted more of the same.
No, for sure. We did say that going into
Call of Duty. You get to Black Ops 6, which is also probably Call of Duty 15, probably at this point. And I get it.
Yeah, it's like 20 something.
There you go then. Like, and it's there's not much difference in gameplay. You know what you're getting from it. With Astrobot, I mean, if it got to Astrobot 2, we could probably have the same conversation. But Playroom, you got what, 4 hours and a demo, 4 hours of a demo. So this is like PlayStation 5 should feel like, and then this is the game that it should never have happened, but we wanted it so much, we got it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I also think with Astrobot, you would have to add in all the different mechanics.
Game feel.
That's true.
This out of all them games, this is the game that actually makes you feel something.
Sure, I was just poking it. I'm not like necessarily like
I want to you play the game at 25% without your vibrations, and you wouldn't.
You know, I hate my vibration.
Did really like when you were playing it and you couldn't find the cube in the Uncharted level.
Yeah, the stupid cubes. I hated that. Just run and wait.
We can take it off because I don't think it's a top 3. You know.
Sure. I mean. Yeah, it's tough.
In my argument, like I wouldn't say it's a top 3.
Do you want to keep it? Would you sit here and fight for it more than some of these other ones?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
We can
let's
keep
keep it on.
Do you have something you want to poke, Connor?
I'll take off Penny's Big Breakaway.
Okay.
Good game.
I thought you'd
Solid
fight for that
3D
one.
platformer. But if we're keeping Astrobot, Penny's got to go because Astrobot certainly feels better than that.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you would keep it for how unique of a platform.
It does feel great, and the whole yo-yo mechanic is really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a top 3.
Okay. I want to hear your argument for Sparking Zero.
Ooh. Sparking Zero probably should have left before Tekken because I'm sure that's a more competent fighting game overall. But it does feel great. It is really fun. It is like
Also
playing an episode of the anime.
This category is just about fun too, though, and I know you had a lot of fun with this game.
Yeah, I did have a lot of fun with it. It's frustrating though at parts, so it should go. I definitely think it's not a great fighting game in the sense that it's like fair at all. There's really only like 3 characters you can pick from, especially when you go online, and otherwise you'll lose.
That's ridiculous. That's absurd.
There's probably more than 3, but yeah, it's but it does feel great. It's fun to play. There's a huge learning curve to the game though. It took me like a good 3 hours to actually get it down and be able to play that thing, even like on easy mode on the story. So it's deep. It's a deeper fighting game. It's definitely fun and it looks cool. But yeah, we can take it off the list.
Okay. Sims, do you have anything you stands out to you? You don't want on here? You want to poke something?
Well, I mean, we could look at Balatro, but I mean that's
that's a fun one. That's an interesting one.
It's just
on
a
there.
card game.
Yeah,
it's
just on there for its uniqueness, I guess. But
yeah, Balatro's a tough one to judge really in this category.
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly feels great, right? You could argue it feels better than any of these, right? Yeah, we could take it off.
It's more about the mechanically. It's how it's unique mechanically.
Yeah,
but
I guess it's like I'm not like sitting there like, oh, I can't wait to put this next card down, you know?
No, it's more about the mechanics of how the game works. I think
right.
The game feel of it, not necessarily like. But yeah, I don't know. Like, as much as I love Balatro, and it's gonna be pretty high on my list too. Like, I've been saying all year, like all these people that really love this game, like go play Slay the Spire. You'll like that way more. There's more. It's more involved. But like I love Balatro. I mean, we could take it off. I don't know if I could fight for it over.
Yeah,
like,
let's take it off because we're getting up to like the real heavy hitters, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot here. Like even a new one like I just added was Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I want to put more time into it, so it's gonna be tough to like keep it here. I would like to keep fighting for it. Like it plays better than you would think. Especially for being basically Overwatch with Marvel characters. Especially when that trailer came out and they showed like it just looked like Overwatch. It's kind of funny, but the game is really great. You kind of have a problem like going in. Like I have problems with the game of like people not picking like healers and stuff, but that has nothing to do with how it feels to play, you know. The abilities all feel pretty great. I've played a good chunk of heroes. Obviously, there's a ton of heroes in the game, so I haven't really gotten to play everyone, but I do think it plays pretty great.
Okay. You want to keep it
though? For now.
For now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's start narrowing it down here. How much time did all of us put in Helldivers 2? Because I
was looking at that one next.
Yeah.
I've played maybe a few hours. I wanted to put more time into it. It's a game that I like a lot. It's just you need people to play with. I like it a lot. I think it's a very charming game in how like you use the stratagems and like friendly fire is a fun mechanic. Like how they use friendly fire as a mechanic in the game. Like, you know, usually friendly fire is annoying in most games. I feel like in something like Helldivers, it's fun. You know, I don't know. I don't think it's a better shooter than Call of Duty. You know, or even like. Yeah, I don't know. I think we could take Helldivers 2 off.
I've not played it. I want to though. It's something that I've tried to do for a long time.
Yeah. What about the trio of RPGs? We haven't really discussed them yet.
So you're referring to Metaphor, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth?
Yeah. Okay. The trio. Like, how do we feel about those 3? I feel like
As the
one
resident
stands out more. Personally.
RPG master.
Yeah, that's you.
That's me. It's me this year. You know, when your PlayStation raps like, oh, JRPG guy. I'm like, that's not me.
It's you now.
Let's say that there's a JRPG category. Wow.
I forgot what it was. I forgot what it said. It was definitely RPG.
Yeah, I had
adjacent.
RPG, but
Yeah, maybe it was that. They're all very different, aren't they? Because Final Fantasy is very action RPG and terrible. Metaphor is very.
They basically take that turn-based Persona, but they do a lot. Like, I'm sure you guys have played more than me, but like they do a lot more than what
I'm the master. If you know
yeah, I really like the mechanic of like moving people up front and then moving people to the back. And that's really cool.
The changing of the personas, like with everyone and stuff.
Yeah,
like
all the different archetypes feel different. Yeah.
So like I think that's awesome.
That being said, between the two turn-based RPGs, I do think Infinite Wealth is better. In fact, I think Infinite Wealth is probably the best turn-based RPG gameplay I've played. To be honest, that whole thing with the circle mechanic and moving and the way they upgraded it from Like a Dragon, even the first Like a Dragon, it just feels phenomenal.
Yeah,
I played like an hour Like a Dragon the other day. The first one, I was like, this is different.
You could see where they started.
Yeah,
right?
I'd imagine it'd be harder to go back to. Yeah, it's hard when you can't move in that circle now. You know, like that added a lot of depth into it.
For sure.
Because obviously you'd move towards the weapon and you want to double team with it.
Right.
And then you get like hit when like you're running neck past someone.
Yeah.
Like an enemy would like can get a
like you want to pick up that bike, you walk over there, pick up the bike, and you fucking hit him with it, and it's really cool.
I literally played an hour of it, which is probably one fight. So, but yeah, I mean, out of all the RPGs, Final Fantasy. I don't know. I think gameplay, it's great. Like, you know, it's great to be with the Buster Sword and controlling all the characters and etc. etc.
Yeah, I think where Rebirth kind of like goes up though is how many new characters there are. You know.
Still shit.
Rebirth is my favorite game on this list for best gameplay game feel, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think with the different characters, the way Red felt entirely different from the way Cloud felt entirely different from the way Barrett felt, and then you add in the aerial combat that they also added in this one as well, and I think
everyone.
Yeah, and I think that added in a lot of depth too. I think they just built on top of what they had with Remake and made it better, and then added in the new characters. The only one that didn't feel great was cat named Kate Sith.
Kate Sith,
Kate Sith felt like shit.
Kate Sith was okay. Definitely the weakest of them.
Yeah.
And I think I'd have to go back and look at our categories. I don't know if we did categories in 2020, but that was like our favorite gameplay of that year. Remake, right? So at least up there for sure.
Yeah, personally, I would say it's the best one on this list.
So are we going to keep all three of these? Is what we're saying right now? For now?
If we're going to delete one, I would say Metaphor, but leave it up to you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about Warhammer, Daniel?
Yeah, I guess I'm
You're the only one that played it,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it feels really great. I don't think the shooting feels as good as like a Gears of War, but it does feel right out of that era, which is fun. It's the amount of enemies that are on screen, and like what they show in like trailers and stuff is like true. Like there are so many Tyranids you're killing. It feels really good to hack and slash with the different melee weapons. The shooting feels good. I didn't really play it co-op. I think that would probably make the experience even better. I don't think it's like extraordinary, but I do think it's a very fun game. I think we can take it off. I'm fine with taking it off. Again, in terms of shooting, like I'll take Call of Duty over it, but Warhammer like excels in other ways, art direction and stuff that like I think it's better than Call of Duty.
Let's talk about Stellar Blade.
Yeah, I was looking at Stellar Blade. Definitely
felt great, man. For a character action game, like feels fantastic. Definitely adds in Souls games elements as well.
Souls meets Devil May Cry.
Right, yeah. And that really was what it was. It's I mean it plays as fun as it looks, It really does. Like they knocked the gameplay out of the park in this game. like I was saying, I don't think it's the best.
The pairing
But
feels great.
yeah, the pairing feels great. It's really was. You know, it's much more on the ground than a lot of other character action games, right? You're a lot more
For sure. It's definitely
yeah,
that's where it leans to the souls.
right, exactly. You're a lot more planted than you are in
hmm
other types of games like
Man, I
this.
really wanted to play Black Myth Wukong. Like I couldn't I didn't get to play it this year. Like that would probably be up
Game
here
of the year.
too.
Yeah, I played it for
Yeah,
like
you
an
should
hour. It
do
was all right.
Game of the
Um,
year.
So you want to cut Stellar Blade is what you're saying?
yeah, we
Like
could. I
that's
mean, we're down to the wire here, right? So it's
yeah, this is
someone's
some
got to
heavy.
go.
Man, do I like it better than like Marvel
Does feel great.
Rivals?
Her cheeks, they hold her down, you know.
Yeah, they're pretty heavy.
Can't jump with those.
Man, this is tough.
Sims knows what I'm talking about. He got fat ass.
These remaining games are tough.
No, I've
I don't
seen
know.
it.
I guess if you want to make the cut, I'll let you make the cut.
Okay, or cut
Tough.
Stellar Blade.
Yeah, that's
Get out of
tough.
here. Make Stellar Blade 2. Do it better.
Yeah, please. Yeah, you'd be even better.
We got Astrobot now.
No.
No, okay.
It's the best. It's the best
Okay,
game on the list.
Do you guys want to talk about Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great game.
that's a great game, and I think the combat's the best part of the game too.
I think the
that
platform
game.
is the best part of the game.
Do you like the platforming?
Yeah, I loved it. Like the
Platforming's
puzzles
fun. The
they give
puzzles,
you.
yeah,
The puzzles are really good. Like I
Yeah,
platinumed this game. I had a great time.
yeah. I remember. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I think this game's awesome.
I had to
I think
wait
this
a
game
month
feels so
for the
good.
platinum.
I know that you don't really play too many Metroidvanias, Connor. This is like top tier playing Metroidvania.
Yeah,
For sure.
This Metroid Dredge.
Yeah,
top
Metroid Dread.
top
I mean,
game.
Hollow Knight. Probably. I haven't played Hollow Knight.
I haven't played Hollow Knight
Guacamelee.
either.
It's my like. It's up in that upper echelon of like Metroidvanias. Even
Yeah,
like
this is great.
Symphony of the
Really,
Night. It
really,
feels
really
just as
good.
good. I mean, I would like to keep it.
Problem
But
is, they're
like,
all different. They're all good in their own right, in their own genres. They're all different games. So you could you got Lost Crown. You could say Final Fantasy VII. I'd say Infinite over ReFantazio. Marvel Rivals. I mean, it's got nothing competing against it, but it's just a fucking Overwatch clone. Call of Duty Black Ops can do one for me.
so to me, what it's sounding like is cutting Metaphor.
I mean,
and then maybe cutting Call of Duty.
It's a really good RPG, but it's almost like the old RPG done to perfection. But
Yeah, the only reason I cut
Wealth's-
Metaphor is because I think Infinite Wealth is better.
Do you like
Yeah,
Infinite
because
Wealth
Infinite
better?
Wealth, their spin on their RPG just makes it that little bit more engaging. And for someone, if you like turn based, this is just that little bit more active turn based, but not too much. If that makes
All right.
sense.
Sounds like we're cutting Metaphor.
Sims did the
There's
song.
no, I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a fun song.
It's amazing.
I mean, I guess I've
Okay,
been the one
between
like,
Black Ops 6 and Rivals, Daniel, which
I've
one?
been the one holding Call of Duty up here. Oh, really? I mean, I
yeah,
guess
I would ask to pick one of
I
these.
guess if I'm gonna keep one on the list, man,
Oh,
I haven't put enough time into Rivals, so I guess cut Rivals.
get rid
Get out of
that
your
bit.
Rivals. They had the chance to do the funniest thing because I just saw they added the Fantastic Four characters, and it was like, here's Sue Storm's character, and I was really hoping it would just be nothing on the screen.
She's just
but then they show her
invisible.
walking, and I'm like, you fucks, come
Yeah,
on,
you ruined
get a
it.
sense
You
of humor.
ruined it. That's a joke. Come on, this joke opportunity.
Teed you up for it.
All right, let's cut two more.
I mean, the weakest link to me here is Astrobot now. Well, I haven't played Prince of Persia, but it sounds like you guys are really high on it. So
I think the combat in Prince of Persia just puts it up there higher than Astrobot.
Okay.
So, what it's sounding like to me, like I've been the only one holding Call of Duty up here, really this high. It sounds like
I do
Astrobot.
think Call of Duty's up there. I do think a Call of Duty is a top three.
Top three?
Yeah. Personally,
Okay.
I mean, personally, my top three are here for best gameplay, game feel, or like a Dragon
Wealth,
Infinite Wealth, Rebirth, Call of Duty. Yeah.
My top three is probably Rebirth, Black Ops, Prince of Persia. No. Yeah. Oh. Infinite Wealth. My top's probably Infinite Wealth, Prince of Persia, Black Ops. That's where I'm at. What about you, Sims?
Steven, you feel very strongly about Astrobot being 1, huh? It does feel great, man. Yeah, and there are a lot of mechanics with all the different gimmicks you get, right?
I like the fist.
A lot of
one.
a lot of feedback. You know, you're constantly.
I do think of like how good the master level felt, right? When you got to the end of that, and then you put everything together in that master level.
Yeah, I just think
you have a great point, but I do think it's made it far enough at this point.
You pick Astro, but you're rewarded with everything with their feedback. And I know it's the PlayStation gimmick. I get it. I do understand it as gimmick, but you're rewarded, aren't you, with the colors and the sounds and the feedback and the noises, and the callbacks, and the platform is good, and you know everything's really good. There's not a part of that game that even the hard levels were, you know, they were frustrating, but you had a great time doing it.
It's still fun to do it, yeah. So what are your top 3 for this category?
Probably Astro, Infinite, and Crown. Okay. I like Infinite Wealth. Like when I was playing Metaphor, like the thing I missed about Metaphor was like the infinite wealth of like just walking around the town and like just having that level of freedom.
Yeah.
And then the goofiness. I like, you know, I love comedy in my games. So
it sounds like Rebirth is a cut.
Fuck Rebirth. Put it in the bin.
Yeah, I know. Connor,
right? Disagree. That's number one. You guys, it plays. Look, as much as I love turn-based now, action RPGs are still better. They just
I'm just saying from the feel of the room, you're the only one that put that.
You telling me you had a good time in that open world?
A fantastic time in that open world. Fantastic time. There's only like a couple bad things in that open world, honestly.
I love Rebirth, but like it seems like for top 3s here, you were the only one that had Rebirth.
And Sims was the only one that had Astrobot.
Yeah, and Sims is the only one to have Astrobot. So I think that's the cuts, is what it sounds like to me.
I will travel.
We can cut Rebirth. That's fine. It's fine.
I'm fighting for it. I will. I punch you in the face. You punch me in the face.
Okay, but you'll have to do turn-based while I'm doing action RPG. Okay. So you take your fucking turns while I'm sitting there just. Then I call in my friends. You know, fucking, they beat the shit out of you. You're still waiting on your next turn. All right.
What do they call those team up abilities? The synergy abilities. You can do a synergy.
Yeah. Me and my 2 friends, you know. I gotta go find some friends.
So I guess we're gonna cut Astro.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay, we can cut Astro. That's fair.
Probably
and then
Astro's going. Astrobot's going, and Call of Duty staying.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to keep.
A joke.
I don't want to keep reaching here. It sounds like Infinite Wealth.
This is why you've got Trump as a president, because you're both fucking.
That's not how that works, but sure. It sounds like Infinite
Wealth. Crack open Mountain Dew and vote for Trump.
Okay.
Call of Duty did feel great though. Okay, we can delete Call of Duty next. That's fair.
No deleting.
Fair. No. Oh,
we'll just highlight. Let's pick a winner.
Okay. Well,
we're doing Infinite Wealth.
We'll pick a winner in Infinite Wealth. Okay, we all agree. Infinite Wealth out of these.
I think so.
Okay, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. If I'm being honest, I do think Call of Duty feels better, but whatever.
Hey, I'll take Call of Duty, Connor. You want Call of Duty to win?
No. It's fair because we all like Infinite Wealth. I think out of this list, it's very fair because we all like Infinite Wealth.
I agree. That's why I was saying that too. Yeah.
Okay. Fucking idiot.
Best gameplay / game feel is Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth.
Oh, fucking
Good job.
Okay, our next category, best moment. Your nominees: Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Varam fight.
Varam.
Varam.
Yeah, Varam. It's the final
Varam fight. Okay.
Yeah.
Tekken 8, Jin and
a whole
Kazuya fight.
Kazuya.
Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, the old crew fight. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Kazuga and Akane Beach.
Akane. That's the mom moment.
Oh, okay. Oh, that should not be on here. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Kyrie reveal. Princess Peach Showtime, Super Radiant Peach. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Date Night. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Golden Saucer. Final Fantasy Rebirth The Final Boss Fight. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth The Cruise Ship. Stellar Blade Tachi Fight. Are there any other moments in Stellar Blade that
was the best fight to me?
Was that the one where I had to turn down the difficulty?
I can't remember. Remember the girl that was in the beginning.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you had to
yeah.
fight her?
It was
That's
like
who
the
that is.
third to last fight. Wasn't the last fight?
Yes,
Okay,
and it
yeah.
was
That's
so
the one where
sick.
I turned down the
Yeah.
difficulty. Yeah, that
was
shit was
awesome,
hard.
dude.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Kinutsugami, Path of the Goddess, the final boss fight. Star Wars Outlaw, Exploring Tatooine. Astrobot. So this one, I want us to pick one, but I just put PlayStation levels. I would say we'd have to pick one, but yeah, I just put PlayStation levels because I don't know which one is your guys' favorite.
Sure.
Astrobot Master Level, Silent Hill 2 Remake, The James Twist, Silent Hill 2 Remake, Abstract Daddy, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, The Horror Level, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, The Casino Heist, Life is Strange Double Exposure, the ending of Episode 3 Twist, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Nazi Boat Set Piece, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Final.
Okay.
There's like 3 metaphor things there that you just can't put in.
Well, you can I put things like I didn't spoil things, you know what I mean? Like you can put whatever moment for metaphor you want. I didn't
because it will be a spoiler. I don't want to spoil it.
Well, like you could put them in there because I have things that are spoily. Yeah, certainly there's something in metaphor that deserves to be in here. There's probably many things in metaphor that deserve to be in here. I'm just like I'm halfway through the game, so I didn't put anything. But Sims, you're the only one that beat it.
Yeah, I'll put metaphor for you. You just tell me. What the moment is.
I think it's just middle of the game. I can't really remember. Like I can't remember. I literally don't want to spoil it. Like there's just moments of metaphor that are really good.
Okay. We don't have to. It's fine.
Do mid-game twists because I know there's a mid-game twist coming, and I know people seem to really enjoy whatever it is for metaphor. Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Is that what you want me to do? Okay.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
You're not going to fight for it?
All I want you to do is take the Final Fantasy VII shit. Crystal garbage.
Absolutely not.
Garbage. Golden Saucer.
Yeah, how do we want to tackle this one, Connor?
Garbage. Cruise ship. Why is that even on there?
The cruise ship is the best fucking part, bro.
Queen's Blood's great.
Hang on. You get to the cruise ship, okay? There's a Queen's Blood tournament, and then Red 13 comes out in a soldier fucking outfit and does a dance number.
Yeah.
And then you play him in Queen's Blood?
To be fair.
Get out of here. Get out of here, Sims.
So good. It's awesome.
Our winner is.
Most games don't have the balls to do that.
Get out of here. Got a fucking dog doing a dance number in a soldier outfit. All right.
So
Get out of here.
It's so good.
Best gameplay Assassin's Creed Field. We should have put that in with fucking Queen's Blood.
There's a few that stick out to me of like, should it be on here? So the first one sticks out to me, and it's a game that I still have yet to play. So I don't know. And you can. I don't really want it spoiled too much, but it's up to you.
I won't spoil anything.
It's the Life is Strange one.
Okay,
that's the one that sticks out to me.
Sure. I mean, we can take it off. That's fair. That is the best part and like probably the only redeeming part of that game. But
is it worth keeping?
No, we can take it off. It's fine, but it is a great part. Honestly, the game's great up until this part, and the part is great, but then it just goes completely downhill in 4 and 5. But yeah, I do really like it. Shout out to Life is Strange Double Exposure. It's an okay game.
Okay.
We could get rid of Star Wars Outlaws Exploring Tatooine. That was just my favorite part of the game in general. Was just being able.
Is it worth playing? Is it a good game?
Apparently, it's gotten better with the updates they're doing. So I don't know.
I had a good time with it.
But yeah, I had a good time. It's a fair game.
Yeah, and I like the characters in it. I think that's the best part. Is the characters, the story, and the characters.
I've got it. I just need to play it.
Yeah, I think exploring just Star Wars areas was just the most fun part about it as a Star Wars fan.
I had Dragon Age and then just got rid of it.
Would you sell it?
Yeah, I just didn't care. I was playing it. I was like, I just don't care about these people.
Do we want to tackle Final Fantasy?
Yeah, I mean, we should certainly get rid of something for Final Fantasy.
Keep the cruise ship because that was good.
Keep the cruise ship because Sims got sold on that one all of a sudden.
Was a maze. The Golden Saucer was a maze.
The layout was a little wonky.
The date night was awkward as fuck.
My date night.
Who did you have?
We've got no chemistry. None of them have.
Who did you have?
Both of them.
Both of who?
Tifa, I think. No, I did have Aerith.
The only good choice.
Well, that's where you fucked up because I had Tifa and that was the best part.
It's the only good.
I hate
Aerith's great. I love Aerith. Aerith is amazing, but it's like
Sims and his hate voter for this game. I just can't. I can't deal with it. It's so good. I can't deal with it, man. I can't deal with it. You know.
The cruise ship is a great moment in the game.
I agree. I'd say get rid of the final because there's no spoilers. There's something about the final that does still annoy me. So
is it what happens at the very end?
Look, we all played it, so I'm just gonna spoil it. I mean, it's just the multiverse element of the game, that I do not like, and maybe that's just a thing right now that like I'm sick of the MCU and they've completely ruined multiverse stuff for me. But yeah, it's the whole multiverse direction that the trilogy is going in that I don't really fuck with.
I think we have to like analyze that when we beat the last game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. There's a lot of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that will either be elevated or worse by whatever happens in the third game.
For sure. I think I like Date Night more than the Golden Saucer itself.
Personally. Yeah, like what do you mean with the Golden Saucer? Like first getting there, or just exploring the Golden Saucer in general?
The Golden Saucer.
Okay. Yeah, I do really like the Golden Saucer. I like a lot of the mini games that are in there.
I mean, we can cut both. If you
shaking his head in disgust.
I think the cruise ship's probably the better.
I can't talk about Rebirth of Sims.
Yeah, I do think the
we can get rid of the Golden Saucer. That's fine.
Okay.
I'd say the ending of the Queen's Blood side quest plot line as well should be on here, but we could also delete that at this point. You fight the girl from Foam Stars, and then she like turns into a demon or something. I can't remember.
It's the girl that you what's the place in the beach? You like meet her.
Stars. I think you meet her on the cruise ship first.
Are you being serious about?
Oh, you do meet her in the cruise ship.
I will never play number 3 again.
She just looks like it. But you meet you're right. You meet her on the cruise, and then she helps you on the island, and then
you fight her once on the island, and then she's on the cruise ship.
You fight her on the cruise ship, and then you meet her on the island, and you like help her out, and then
and also you get to play Vincent in Queen's Blood. He's like one of the last
he's one of the last
guys on that. It was really cool. All right. I will get rid of Silent Hill 2 Abstract Daddy. Really emotional moment. Has something to do with like a character. It's like Angela's ending, sort of the game. It's
the picture in it.
The picture?
The thing in the picture frame.
No. Not that. This is like kind of the conclusion of one of the side characters' story in Silent Hill 2, and it leads to this boss fight, and it's like very emotional. But I don't think it necessarily plays the best, so I'll get rid of it. But yeah, keep James Twist for now.
James Twist stays. Yeah. So are we keeping both these? So I guess I'll get rid of the Date Night because I think the cruise is the better one for Final Fantasy VII. Okay. I can get rid of Date Night.
That's as well.
I've got to go at Harper State, by the way.
What time is it now?
It's like 10 minutes. Okay. I've got to go and get my kid. I'll just stay on there.
Okay.
No, I mean, we can wrap up this moment real quick.
Sorry about
that. All right. Then where do you guys want to go from here?
I'll get rid of the Tekken 8 fight. It's a really cool set piece. It's kind of the craziest fun set piece in the game is the final fight between dad and son, but I think that there are other things I like here. Let's talk about the Kasuga and Akane and the beach. You said you did not like that.
Explain to me that. I forgot what that is.
I thought this stuff was a miss. I thought everything with the mom in this game was a miss of the story and the writing, honestly.
I liked the moment on the beach, though.
This felt like a huge build-up for this throughout like the whole game. And then it kind of comes and goes and feels like a side piece by the end of it, I feel like.
As someone that had no context for anything, I think that the bit that got me was when the guy in the wheelchair portrayed him. That felt like the biggest like heartbreak to Kasuga in the series.
Okay.
I agree. Is that on here?
No, I don't think that was necessarily a better moment than the other two.
Like what happened? Like he just met his mom, didn't he? And then it was.
I think the ending moment with him carrying him to the police station was more impactful.
Yeah, that was the best part in the game.
Yeah.
Who did he carry?
He carried the wheelchair guy.
Yeah, he carried the guy
to the police station.
Ended up being in the wheelchair.
I think that was a way more impactful moment than like
the
betrayal. I think. Well, we can get rid of the beach moment. I mean, my favorite moment from the Infinite Wealth was more of like a fight, which was, Kiryu fighting Daigao, Majima, and Saejima. Like when you
all
go
in the snow
in the snow in the north, and we need you. What are you doing with your life? And he's like, it's a very beat down Kiryu. He's choking in blood, like at the end of the fight, like he is cancer, which I guess is the other Kiryu reveal. I think those are the two big moments for me. I honestly think,
Yeah, I would agree with the Majima fight. That's probably the best part.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Or the twist, in my opinion. But the twist of the dude in the wheelchair.
what
I would
about
say
the
those are my
Kiryu's
two
cancer
favorite.
reveal?
And then her being the social media person, that was good. This game was good. Wasn't it good?
Yeah, doesn't that all happen at the same time with the twist?
It's very close.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should play these games, Daniel. I keep telling you.
Do you want to get rid of the cancer reveal?
Sure.
Is the crew fight?
Well, we kind of knew about the cancer, didn't we? We knew from the.
That's true.
Did we know
that's
when
that's
we went
true.
in?
You're not wrong there. So I'll keep the old crew fight because I think that's probably my favorite moment.
I tell you what, when I played Like a Dragon though the other day, like the first thing I thought was like, I want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah,
Hawaii's a great
Hawaii is amazing. Oh.
I'm gonna get rid of the Princess Peach going super radiant Peach. She basically goes like Super Saiyan, and her dress gets like huge, and she just
does her hair go up?
She gets her hair's longer too.
Whoa.
It's really cool looking.
Some would say she goes supersonic.
Okay.
No, it's Mario Sims. It's in the Mario universe.
The Taki fight.
Mario.
Super Mario. Oh, mate, this is the funniest thing.
I think even the Prince of Persia.
We went before we go right. So we're on holiday with Cos, and we go to this like bougie toy shop, and like they got these like blind bags. She goes, "Oh, this is Super Mario, and this is Sonic. Sonic is the father." And this one was selling him hard. She's like, "Sonic is the father, or maybe you could have Super Mario Brothers." And she's there like, Sonic is the father. Sonic is the father.
Sonic isn't no one's dad.
Sonic have kids? When there's like little blue and orange bunnies that pop out when you like free him at the end of the level.
No, that's the animals that.
Are those his kids?
No, it's that Robotnik kidnaps.
He kidnapped his kids?
Yeah, he kidnaps the animals and they run the machines, and then when he's breaking them, he's yeah.
Not a plot line in the movies.
Yeah, no, not in the movies.
Yes.
I'm gonna get rid of the Princess Persia final fight. That's a great final fight. It's super epic, but
yeah, very good. I had to wait a month to play it.
I'll get rid of the Taki fight as well for Stellar Blade. Like that is the hardest fight I think in the game.
Is her name Taki?
Butt cheeks.
Yeah, Taki.
Takis? Love Takis, man.
It's not Takis, but it is
Takis are good, dude. Keep it just for that.
What about Indiana Jones, Connor?
Okay, so the Nazi boat set piece is like the best part of that game, maybe. Yeah, it's just like the giant set piece of the game. It's like right in the middle of the game as well, and it looks super cool. It looks very expensive. But like, yeah, a lot of shit happens. There's like one big spoiler part that I won't talk about that happens in that moment as well. But yeah, it's really like slight spoiler. The boat's at the top of a mountain somehow.
And it happened in the trailer.
Yeah. Okay. And like you're like going downhill on the boat, and you're like fighting everybody. You're jumping all over the place. It is this is the closest this game gets to being Uncharted. You know, it's like everybody wanted this game to be Uncharted, and it's not. It's something completely different, which is great. But this is like the Uncharted moment of that game.
So is it?
It's really cool.
It's top 3.
We could get rid of Final and then keep that one. I would say. Okay. The Final is really good too, the game, but really cool set piece like moment in that as well. But
okay. So keep
and it
that.
has really cool story implications. But yeah, I would keep the Nazi boat thing and get rid of the Final.
Okay. What about Call of Duty? I think both those levels, the horror level and the casino heist, are super awesome.
Yeah, they're definitely the standouts. I like the horror level more. I think you like the casino level more. Sims just hates
I like
both of them because he has no soul.
I like both a lot.
I like the casino one. The horror one made me stop playing the game.
Did you get to the casino then? I don't think you played what we're talking about then.
The casino one where you have to like make the decision what to do with the person, like talk to the woman.
No, yeah, that's something different. That was good though. Yeah. The casino's after the horror level.
Fuck the horror level.
The horror level's fucking awesome, man.
No,
dude, you get a fucking grappling hook and you fight. You play prop hunt with a xenomorph. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Get
I'll
the
cut,
fuck
I'll
out
cut
of
the casino
here.
Get
heist
outta here.
because I know
Get
how much
outta
you like
here.
the horror level. I love the horror level too, so I could fight for that one too. I'll cut the.
The best part. I like how you're asking for Call of Duty to be something else, and when it becomes something else, you're like, "No, I hate it."
Yeah,
I
that's
like
right.
it.
What about Astrobot? I didn't play the master level, but
Okay.
Did you play the master level?
Master
No,
level's
you have no
probably
soul
my
there.
favorite
You just
part.
don't like fun, do you, Daniel?
That's your favorite
What
thing?
PlayStation level would you guys pick? Because I think those are a lot of the standouts. Me, I would pick the Loco Roco one because that was just my favorite one. Just for how
either the
unique
Loco
it was.
Roco or the Ape Escape one.
The Ape Escape one's great too.
Yeah.
God of War one.
Got a War one. Okay.
Simply on the soundtrack.
Yeah, soundtrack is great on that level.
Soundtrack.
God of War 1 has a lot of cute touches too, like squeezing through the crack in the wall, you
Oh
know?
my god, I hate that. I
It's
hate
fucking
doing that
dumb.
in games.
Yeah, but it's cute the way they do it, right?
It
Like,
is.
yeah.
It is.
Boy. Sorry.
Okay, so we all have different ones of those.
So should we cut that and keep the master level?
Yeah, sure, I'm okay with that.
I think the PlayStation level is better than the master level.
Do you? Okay.
'Cause the master level is just a hard level.
The
Like,
master level,
the-
I just like how everything came together there, you know? Like, it felt like you were using all the elements of the game and you had to do that and you had to get good at them to get through the master level.
I just think the PlayStation levels are the ones that.
I can see how people are frustrated, though, with the master level because it is hard.
Oh yeah, it's hard. It took me a solid. You were right. It takes you about an hour.
Yeah, it took me like an hour, yeah.
I still don't know how I did it to this day. And that last bit, I was in complete autopilot panic.
I know. I went and I tried to play some of the DLC levels, and I was like, "Oh man, I've lost my touch here. I'd have to go and play some other levels before this." Yeah.
Over.
Okay, fine. Let's get rid of the master level. Keep the PlayStation levels for now.
What are other cuts?
Can we add Dead Rising best moment to this game?
I found a new game.
It's a remake.
Yeah, but it's a remake and it's amazing.
You can add
I
Dead
like
Rising.
Dead
What do you want?
No, it's fine. I just wanted to upset Daniel. It is really
That's
good
enough
though.
time.
When you put it on, it's
I mean, I got Silent Hill 2 sitting right there as well.
Did
I
you
know,
play
I
Dead
think that's
Rising?
awesome.
I mean,
Did you
so
put- did you
actually,
do it?
Rebirth is also a fucking remake. So
Yeah, I know.
Fuck
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7. Did you play any Dead Rising, Connor?
I did. Yeah, I didn't beat it, but I played.
It's
like,
good. Though. It
I don't
looks.
know.
It's massive. It's a massive improvement. Isn't it?
Yeah, it does look great.
Very good.
Yeah.
Dead Rising is a great game.
Okay, what are we
It's
counting
the only
next?
game I've ever played 3 times.
Damn, we're already
about
down to like the
the-
last few. I would say, okay, we can cut the Nazi boat set piece. That's fine.
Okay. What about the Kinetsugami?
Oh, that's still in here, huh? Okay, yeah, we
Yeah,
could have
what is
deleted that
that?
a while ago. That's fine. I just thought, again, this is like everything kind of comes together and you kind of have to use everything you've learned throughout the game on the last level of the
Okay.
boss fight. This was the only one where I had to like really think about my strategy and how I'm going to attack this level.
Mm.
And it comes in 2 different waves with the last boss fight. So it's pretty hard, but yeah, shout out to Kinetsugami because that game's great.
Yeah,
But we can get rid of
that's
that.
another game I didn't get to play this year. All right. We need to cut 2 more. I think for me, the Like a Dragon crew fight, that fighting Majima and the older crew, I think that's probably my favorite moment here.
My favorite moment here would be the Silent Hill 2, the twist at the end, the James twist. If you played Silent Hill 2, any version of it, you already know what the fuck I'm talking about, so I won't get too deep into it. But it's a great moment, and it's like the crux of the game, and very emotional.
You love that game, don't you?
I do, man. I
love it.
really fucking love
I need to
Silent
play
Hill 2,
it.
man. It's such a good
need to
game. So yeah, I mean, that's my favorite.
So,
What
what
would
do
we
you
get rid of
wanna-
here? I mean, okay, so your favorite's Infinite Wealth. What's your favorite
Yeah.
out of all these Sims?
I mean, I want to say Infinite Wealth, but like I didn't. Unfortunately, that just didn't hit for me. Like it hit for me. I knew it was a moment, but I didn't know it was a moment. If that makes sense.
Well, you don't have an attachment to like that crew, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you, Daniel. You've never played any of them, so like you don't understand like me. Like it's
Yeah.
just difficult.
Totally.
I think the
I haven't
PlayStation
played
levels are
those.
really good. I do the PlayStation level for me. Like I know I feel like a right Astrobot fucking fanboy, but the the God of War level was really cool. Like I was like fucking jamming. Like the soundtrack was cool. Yeah, that's just me.
Okay.
Out of all of them, it'd be the Astro one. But I played that. I mean, you could say the best moment for me was uninstalling Call of Duty when the horror level turned up. I was like, I'm not doing this shit. This is bullshit.
He didn't uninstall.
Uninstalled the shit.
Do we want to cut the cruise ship moment? The rebirth?
To be fair, that is a good moment. I enjoyed that moment. I do. That was a very good moment.
Yeah, fine. We could cut it.
Okay.
Fair.
Right.
And we need to cut one more.
Are
we gonna cut Call of Duty? I love that horror mission. It's awesome.
Out of these, I would cut the old crew fight, and maybe it is partly what you're talking about, Daniel, is if I just don't have the connection to that character. I do think that is a great moment, though. It is very cinematic, and it's an awesome fight, right? It's like the standout fight of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll concede. I mean,
I just think we all have different moments for Like a Dragon as well that are our favorite. So
yeah,
I like the crab.
The crab's great too. The end of the Sujimon thing is awesome as well.
Oh yeah, the whole Sujimon stuff is great.
A lot of really
cool. Are we gonna say? I know it's Are we gonna say it's Silent Hill 2? That's really the
island. The island's really good.
I mean, Silent Hill 2. I'm the only one that played it. It's my winner, but maybe overall it shouldn't be our winner just because I'm the only one that played it. I don't mean Daniel love that.
I think overall, Astrobot's main levels, the ones that stand out the most. Like I think we all had fun. We all had one moment that really we like the Ape Escape. I like the God of War. Daniel, the Loco Roco was really cool.
Or Loco Roco, not Hope. The Loco Roco one's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sim sold me here. I say we give it to Astrobot because we all at least very much like Astrobot.
Okay.
The Uncharted stuff was cool. Yeah, it was a good time all around, wasn't it? Like, everyone has a moment from there. I mean, like Daniel didn't get any vibrations.
Yeah, let's
go find that square.
I guess cool. That's the winner then.
And your winner will be Astrobot, the PlayStation levels.
Right,
Astrobot. Okay, are we stopping here then?
Yes, we can cut right here, and then we'll be right back.
Okay, we'll be back in a minute, guys. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We don't pay attention to that. We didn't do anything.
We didn't skip a beat
the whole time. I wore the same clothes. I don't know about you guys.
The same shirt.
Oh, okay. We really didn't have to say anything. We really didn't. We didn't have to say anything.
We interrupt this podcast for a quick PSA. Daniel, you're a cheating prick.
Again, you're saying? What did I do?
Honestly, we already started it off yesterday.
That was a family vibe.
Like they already know he's cheating. Did you cheat? Like, can we just get this clear? Like, did you? Did you? Like, did you? Because now he's putting it in my head. Like, did you cheat?
Grand Theft Auto. Just to get Grand Theft Auto.
Like he left. I mean, that's kind of suspicious that he leaves.
It's toxic.
Right? We all question him that he leaves all of a sudden.
There's nothing.
You know what I mean? Best narrative. Daniel's a cheater.
Yeah, best story of the year. It's right at the beginning of the year.
Daniel cheated. Just like you did get it 3 times in a row, and this is the year GTA comes out. Okay, if GTA gets delayed and Daniel gets it next year, Daniel gets first next year, we know he's a cheat.
Oh my god!
There we go. There we go.
This narrative is
that's the way to solve this. Ladies and gentlemen, our next category is best narrative.
Best narrative.
And your nominees are Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Me zoom in, like with the camera. What do you want me to do?
On the dock.
On the dock. How do you do that again?
On the dock.
Where the that percentage next to.
You're the one with the funny accent, not me. Okay.
Where
is it
again?
again?
Perfect accent.
Let me click in for you.
Press F11 again.
11. There you go, like that.
No, but it still was not zoomed in.
Yeah, but where's the
you gotta go to the normal view.
Oh my god.
No, click F11 again.
Now I gotta hit it again. That's why I hate computers, man.
Click the burger.
You know,
click the
if we were
burger,
doing this on PlayStation, we would have fucking been there already, you know.
Oh my god.
Click the burger.
Click
burger.
the
This
thing
is the burger?
It's not a burger, but click that.
No,
Looks
click
nothing
Click
like
the
a burger.
arrow.
Right.
Click the
The
arrow.
arrow? What arrow? This arrow?
The arrow, yes. Click the
The
arrow.
back one?
Or wait.
But why did I open
click that?
Yeah, what's going
Click
on? Where
that.
is it? Click that. No.
Click the podcast.
This one?
Yeah.
No, just click
the
click
no,
the
just
thing.
click the headline.
Click the
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Click-
I don't know
click that.
why your
Click
things
that.
are.
Oh my god.
Yeah, why
this
is it
doesn't-
wrong, man?
This doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know which.
Okay,
Uh,
right click. No. Go to the in the top right where our logo is on the Google Chrome on the top right,
Where our
right in the
logo
very
is?
right corner. Keep
This?
going, right.
This?
Not that one.
Not that
The
one.
three dotted lines. The three dotted lines.
This?
Yeah, click that.
Zoom. Ah.
Oh,
Isn't
that
how
doesn't
we
even
did
show
it
for us.
yesterday.
And now hit F11.
That's not how we
again.
did it yesterday.
Yeah, hit F11 again. Yeah. Then you
Oh,
can hit
dear.
the arrow, and then you can it'll hide the sidebar.
We interrupt this message for a
Bam.
message from
Boop.
us.
There
Look
you
at
go. Look at that technology. How many people does it take to
Hey,
solve a
yo,
zoom in
three of
problem?
us.
All right, best
Something
narrative.
about
Prince of Persia: The Last Crown,
technology.
Like a Dragon:
I
Infinite
need
Wealth,
you right in
Final
front of
Fantasy
me.
VII Rebirth, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Cinema Saga Hellblade 2, Stellar Blade, Little Kitty Big City, Still Wakes the Deep, Star Wars Outlaws, Astrobot, The Legend of
Little
Zelda:
Kitty
Echoes
Big
of
City.
Wisdom, Silent Hill 2 Remake, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Metaphor Refantasio, and Mouth Watching.
I would like to
Bum,
cash
bum,
in
bum.
my money in the bank contract, and I would like to
Right.
put in.
Add another
Thank
one.
goodness you're
I
here.
don't think we do that.
Got you. I got you. Thank goodness you're here.
You can just do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my God.
now that that's in there, immediately delete. Thank goodness you're
Take it
here.
off. Yeah.
All right. Thank goodness you're here.
Where is it? I can't
I just
see
put it
it.
at the bottom. It's at the very bottom.
I think I gotta go back to it and
All right.
reload it.
So we're gonna
Oh,
do
it's
some
there, look.
cuts.
There.
Some cuts real
there.
quick. I'm gonna cut Stellar Blade. That's the worst part of the game, but I think that I think somebody, I don't know who put it in here. It might have been me. Put it in here because I think like the lore in the world's kind of interesting, but the story's not great.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I like the ending. I can't wait to fight
Ending
all
was
those
a
fucking
cool
hot
idea.
chicks in the second one. That'll be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. Other than that,
but I think
don't-
like the main plot's kind of weak. I think personally, but I do think the world's pretty cool that they built.
That'd
I'm
be horrible
more
characters.
curious. Yeah.
Even terrible characters. Like the two side characters are boring as fuck.
Adam was pretty bad.
Everyone was fucking horrible.
I think he was the worst part of the game,
Yeah.
personally.
The ass cheeks though, great characters. We should nominate that for best character.
That was best character.
Each cheek.
Each cheek. My favorite was
Each
left.
cheek.
Yeah, each cheek. Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of Prince of Persia.
Ooh.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad story, but it's definitely the weakest part of the game. I think the combat and the platforming, like me and Sims talked about, are the best parts of the game. The story's fine, but yeah.
What's that?
Prince of Persia.
Yeah, story's alright.
I'll get rid of Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Cute
okay.
story. Lot of stuff going on. I didn't actually finish it. One of those where I got right to the end and I was just like, I'm good. I'll beat it one day though. But yeah,
I think my friend did the
story.
story and then lent it me.
Did
and
he
I've never
really?
started.
Yeah.
I've still got it
So,
here.
what happens?
Keeps
Once you
making
beat,
comments about wanting it back. I don't know.
you beat like 3 dungeons in that game, or no, like how many are there? I think there's 6 in all, and I beat like 5 of them. I don't know. I was like heading towards the last one, and I just never played it again. Yeah, the story's charming though, but not that great.
Life is Strange.
Yeah, we
you seem to
we
be
could
pretty down
definitely.
on it.
Yeah.
Life is
So does
Strange.
the entire fan base. Yeah, it's definitely the worst Life is Strange game. Cool setup, you know. It's cool through episode 3. Then they just completely drop the ball, and then the ending puts a damper on the entire franchise. Honestly, so yeah,
I still need to know what happens in that. I need to play it just to know.
Yeah, I'd like to play. I was planning on playing the whole lot before this one.
What is Little Kitty Big City story?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking
Dude,
at.
you're a cat, and you got to get back to your apartment building, and your apartment's at the top of the building, and you got to climb back up there. It's honestly an incredibly
Perfect.
emotional journey. I cried, I laughed, it's great time. I mean, I would say it's number one, but if you guys want to delete it, that's fine. I mean, delete it.
Okay.
It's fine.
I played like 5 minutes of it, and it was no Stray.
Stray fucking sucks compared to that.
Oh, you were so stupid. You're the worst human being in the
you
world.
know, I don't hate Stray, but me and Connor are not Stray fans for sure.
I hate Stray. Fuck Stray.
I'm gonna delete Call of Duty unless you want to feel like you want to fight for it, Connor.
I mean,
it's a fun campaign. It's one of the
it's
better
a fun campaign. I had a fun time with the story. I mean, it's a Michael Bay movie, that you're playing, and it's a good time for that.
Great.
Yeah, I like that one girl. She was cool.
Seb.
Yeah. Seb was cool.
And I like Marshall, the main guy.
Yeah, what did I call him?
I don't remember what you called him. Yeah. But we can cut Black Ops 6.
Sure, that's fine. Shout out to those campaign missions, though, man. Like the casino one and the horror level were fucking awesome. All right. Where are we going?
I want to hear.
Here?
Thank goodness you're here, Sims. You're British.
It hasn't really got a story, but it's almost like various skits, very British skits that just honestly I had the greatest time of my life.
Yeah, I know you really love.
But then comedy is so subjective because like Natalie played it and didn't get one laugh.
Yeah,
she's like, I just don't understand what I just did. But I was like, there's just certain moments in the game. It just honestly, it's like probably my favorite game of the year.
That's awesome.
Stupid. It's just stupid. Like guy pointing sausages. Like, hello, would you like a sausage? And he's just pointing a sausage through a little hole in the gate. And you don't know why, but it's weird. And then you walk past and the two ducks are talking to each other and they're just making a joke. And I can't remember all the bits. And then there's just like repeating gags. Like he falls through a chimney and makes a mess, and the guy's like, "Oh, hello, hello." Yeah, it comes through the chimney, makes soot everywhere, and he's like, "Oh, hello." And then he leaves, and then I leave, and then it happens again because you have to go. Almost like you're going like a circle. You have to go around in a circle to solve every puzzle. You keep going through and as you go through the town obviously changes, and the bits, reoccurring bits like Lucy James. I think she's mentioned the bins. And then it all like everything just accumulates at the end, and it's just like the gag pays off. It's very British. It's like very Family Guy British,
like slapstick comedy.
It's very and I don't even like this Monty Python.
I love Monty Python. I love.
Yeah, I never really. That is a bit old for me. But yeah, honestly, if you got 2 hours, like you should have played this last night instead of mouthwashing. I'm disappointing you. Well, no, yeah, you can get rid of it. I just wanted to like.
Okay, are you sure you don't want to keep it on here?
There's no story, there's no.
Okay.
Like it's very much a very 20-minute comedy. Like I don't know, it's not 20 minutes, but honestly, you could watch it on YouTube and get the same out of it.
Okay.
The Bin's joke was very funny.
Did you play it?
Yeah. You think I've just been shitting on it and I didn't play it? I didn't beat it. I got like I don't know how far through it, but yeah.
Did you finish? Did you complete the guy when you jumped for the chimney? Did you get to the end of it?
I don't remember. It's a while ago. Summer. Yeah, I don't remember.
Connor forgot what he did yesterday. So.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I was on holiday.
Even...
I was on holiday. I took the Steam Deck with me, and I was like, I played it for an hour because I was on holiday. And I was like, well, I'll play it for an hour before I go to bed, and I was just laughing.
I'm gonna say we take off Star Wars Outlaws.
That's what I was looking at too.
Yeah.
Actually. I like the characters in it, but I like the characters more than the overall plot personally.
Yeah.
It
was a cool. It was cool. Like it was a fine idea. It takes
a long time to get going.
Yeah.
I think the intro's okay, and then it really takes a while building the character, like getting the crew.
It's kind of one of those where like the beginning starts with like the main plot, and then you really don't get back to the main plot until the very end. You know, exactly. And so you're kind of just like, oh, all that random shit I just did in the middle is kind of meaningless.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah. Overusage of Darth Vader though in the Disney era of Star Wars. Like, what are we like? Let him go.
It's because it's Vader. I mean,
Let him go. Do someone else. Do Palpatine.
yeah. Um,
Palpatine's way more scary anyway.
what about? Well, let's talk about Hellblade. I mean, Hellblade is a story game. You know, like that's why it's
I
not
only
really about
played
the
like an hour of
combat.
Hellblade. I didn't beat Hellblade.
Interesting. I like the first one's story more. Um, yeah, I don't think it's better than a few of these other ones. I don't think it definitely was mixed review wise more than I thought it would be. But
Yeah, you know
yeah,
what my problem was with Hellblade is the conversation around it. It almost seemed like everybody had expectations for that game of what the game wasn't, you know? Like I think we
yeah,
all kind of going into it expected that game to be like bigger, better, you know, like Microsoft's you know, the
a
studio
God of War and
was
things.
kind of
Yeah.
touted as the Microsoft's Naughty Dog in a bit. And when it kind of came out and we found out only a few months before that this was just more of the same, this was another shorter experience, which is fine, but I think everyone still kind of had the expectations that this was going to be a big AAA God of War like thing, like you just said. And when it wasn't that, and I feel like I had those expectations too, and that's kind of why I just didn't play it.
I like the game, but yeah, it's
Beautiful, best
I agree.
graphics, dude.
I mean, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there, dude. Holy shit!
It might be the best looking
yeah,
game.
we'll
of
get to
all time.
art style. Yeah,
but yeah, that's always the discussion: is art style compared to
yeah.
fidelity, right? But yeah, we can cut it.
What did you think, Sims? You played it.
What, Senua?
Yeah.
And I didn't like it. I played the first one, didn't I?
You
and
like
then the
first
second one, not really. Hate it.
Okay, see, I love the first one.
And then this one, I was like, I can't be asked this. It sounds really insensitive. I can't be asked this bitch moan. Like, it sounds awful.
Nope.
I played the first one, and she's all upset. And it's the gameplay that really bothers me. I think if it was if they had better gameplay, I think I'd enjoy the game. But it was all very much like find the symbols, fight the bad guys, fight the symbols, fight the bad guys. Like, and then I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. And like, and then I played the second one. I was like, I can't bother. It, don't get me wrong, it looks amazing, but listen to a moan. Just the gameplay just really puts me off. Like, the what I just said was a joke, but the gameplay, it doesn't back up what it is. It's almost, the tech is wasted on the game. Like, the time and effort is wasted on that.
Yeah, but they have the tech. They could probably do more with it now.
Yeah, of course, but like, they've just spent 17 years on that, and like, why they could have spent 17 years and made a much better game. It's just very. It's just a tech showcase. It's not. It's very not amateur gameplay, I would say. Boring. Combat's boring. Puzzles are boring. Like,
I want to hear about. Well, I want to get to a different one first.
I mean, I got easy delete. I mean, we could delete Astrobot, right? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, the story isn't the highlight of that game, but
No,
it is cute. I really like that he
Charming.
died at the end. That was fucking hilarious.
It's a charming little game, but it's not really about the story. I have an interesting cut here. It's Final Fantasy Rebirth because, let me make an argument for it. I think the story in Remake was awesome. Like, I really like that story. This one is way more about the characters. I don't think it's a bad story, but I think it is a super character driven. It is just that they're taking a journey, and it is all about the characters. I think the main plot in this one is weak. I think that's really the weakest part of the game is the main plot. I think the characters themselves are great.
Yeah, they all had their moment to shine, didn't they?
Yeah, everyone had their moment
to shine. I think
Barrett's moments were great, and I guess you could say that's story stuff, but I think that's more about the character.
Well,
yeah.
And even if you want to put it to the story, like the story, they've it's so convoluted now. Like, even Connor was
this section is very convoluted, for sure.
Yeah, I think they really missed the boat with it. I think they really, I think they didn't have enough story there, and then we ended up playing all these mini games, which were not enjoyable.
What do you think, Connor? You want to fight for it for story?
No. I agree for
Okay.
the overall plot of the game. I do agree that the character shining moments, particularly with Red and Barrett, are
Red too,
the
yeah.
standouts of the main plot of that game that are great. But yeah, I agree. I mean, this is always the weakest part of it, right? This was always gonna be the weakest part of it because this is
Yeah.
the middle of Final Fantasy VII. This is the part, like I was just saying with whatever game we were just talking about. You know, it focuses heavy on the main plot, the main thing that's going on in the
That's
beginning,
Star
dips in the middle, and then comes back at the end, right? And that's how Final Fantasy VII works, and that's kind of what they have to follow, making a trilogy that's a remake of Final Fantasy VII, right?
For sure.
So this was always going to be the weakest part of the story. And why I do think they knocked some parts out of the park and even elevated it from Final Fantasy VII, particularly the parts with Barrett and the parts with Red that focus deep on their characters. Yeah, I think the overall story of the, you know, Final Fantasy Rebirth is weak.
Yeah.
Weaker. I don't think it's like weak, but like, you know.
I don't think it's bad, but I definitely think it's the weakest.
Yeah, I think there's other things here that are better than that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Did you delete Astro Bot? I got a tab over.
I did delete Astro Bot.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
Yes.
I want to hear about mouthwashing. I know you just said you just played this, but how was it?
That's a good one to go to next because
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's played it. It's short. I beat it in about 3 hours.
Hold on. Is it worth playing? And is it worth not having it spoiled? Because I've heard so much about it.
I won't spoil.
Yeah,
anything
I
for
also
you.
would not like it spoiled.
I would say go into it not knowing anything, anyways.
Yeah.
So the game is it's like a psychological horror game, but it's like a walk-in sim. It's not either. There's like light puzzly things you're doing, but it is definitely more of a narrative. You're talking to a lot of people. It's about talking. So you're kind of walking around. There's only 5 characters in the game, so you're just walking around talking to these people in this ship. That's pretty much the main plot. I don't want to get too heavy into it. I guess I know you guys don't want me to spoil it for you. It is definitely a dark story. It's super impactful for like the 3-hour runtime. I don't know if it's like quite to the levels that I've seen people talk about the story. Like
Gene Park he had it like his number 2 overall of Game of the Year. Besides, I think his number 1 was Metaphor, and he was just raving about it. So was Chris Reagan on Sacred. They were both just like over the moon with it, and so I was like, I gotta play this.
It's something that I need to sit with more.
Yeah.
I just really love sci-fi stories. So
is this sci-fi?
It's very sci-fi. You're in a spaceship.
Okay.
I think this is a game because I only beat it this last night. I think it's a game I need to sit with more, and maybe I like it more as it goes on. Yeah, super unique. The art style is very old. I know we're not even in art direction, but that kind of helps with the vibe of the story. It looking kind of like low poly and stuff, I think really helps with its narrative. Yeah, I don't know how much more I can say about like ruining the plot. Like
Natalie says, Natalie's watched like a load of people play it. She says it's really good.
Okay.
But she said I might enjoy it.
I would like to keep it on for top story.
It's funny because the first time I heard about it, I thought it was like a power wash simulator, but you were a dentist.
No, that would be funny, wouldn't it?
Like,
that'd be hilarious. Yeah, I would keep it. It would be in my top 3 here.
Cool. Okay, we could keep it. Yeah, we can delete Still Wakes the Deep now. That's fine. I do think it deserves to be this high. It is a good story. I actually very much enjoyed the story of it. It's where that game fails is more its gameplay than its story.
Did you play it? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I actually really enjoyed the game. Especially looking back on it now, I was like, it was a really good surprise. Yeah, it's a cool story, man. It's set in the 70s and takes place in an oil rig, and it's about this guy named Kaz. He's kind of got some trouble with the police, and he's kind of hiding away on this oil rig. He kind of took a job on the oil rig, and he's kind of hiding from the cops there while he's working this job.
Scottish?
Yeah, they're all Scottish, so they all have Scottish accents, and they it's funny, there's a trophy to Sims to play it in whatever that language is. I can't even remember what the hell it's called now. But yeah, you can
That's
like
cool.
play it fully in that. Yeah, and that's like the
I would
intended
do
way to
that.
play it too. Yeah, play it with subtitles while they're talking
Yeah.
in that. Yeah, that's probably the best way to play it.
You feel
Yeah,
immersed.
and then it kind of turns into like a thriller / horror type thing, and it gets kind of messy towards the end as you'd expect with like all these type of things. But overall, the plot is actually pretty good.
Okay, so we're gonna delete that one.
Yeah, I mean, delete it. It's
Um,
made it far enough for me.
I have one to poke at here, and it's like this is one for all of us. It's tough, but Infinite Wealth. As much as I love the characters and the story, I think definitely at the end I feel like I don't know if they dropped the ball at the end, but it not really having like way. I wanted it to be a definitive game for Kiryu, and it's not. Not necessarily wanting Kiryu's death, or I guess that's a sorry spoiler. He doesn't die, but not necessarily wanting Kiryu's death, but like giving him an ending that he deserves, one way or the other. And they didn't do that. That kind of sours me a bit for like the whole
I
game.
think they bottled it, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
I think they very much made this game to kill him off.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't do it.
But then they thought he's Ichiban's great. I mean, I love Ichiban, but I played one game with him, and there's one more game to play with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I think Connor had the same kind of issue with like when Kiryu was on, we didn't resonate with him because we've not played all the other games.
Yeah.
So, like, I understood that
you don't have the
moments
6-7 game journey of him.
No, exactly.
Know?
But they did a great job of telling us like every Kiryu moment, because obviously there was like he had like all the
memories
side
and stuff.
Yeah, and then I know they did a great job of at least make it seem like a big deal. I'll always remember him being in the other room, listening to that woman talk about him thinking he's dead.
Yeah, so impactful. That was his surrogate daughter. How do you feel about that?
Yeah,
I think
at the end, I think the writers at the end were like, I don't think we can do it, because if Ichiban's not everyone's favorite, how do we know? I think they know now, maybe, that Ichiban does work.
Yeah, I just think that he needs Kiryu needs a better send off. But
I think
you'll
get
one.
one.
Do you think it's a top 3?
Not for me in particular.
Has
It's really good. Like, I really like it, especially some of the villain characters I really enjoyed in this one. I think I enjoyed a lot of the villains more than I did in the first Like a Dragon game. On the Kiryu side, I don't know. It's interesting because they build up the whole cancer thing so much just to pull the rug out from you at the end, and just like, oh, but he's good now at the end, and that's such like a bit of a cop out, honestly, and it's just like I think you said it. I mean, you were talking about it. This series has a Kiryu problem. Like, you guys,
that's my boy. I love Kiryu,
but you gotta let him go, dude. How many games has he been in now? It's like fucking 10 games. Like, let it go already. Like, you had the whole cancer setup and a beautiful send off for him. Honestly, like, you could have easily killed him off here.
He could have just died and then never see him again, or die.
Yeah, he could have just died, and it's just like it feels like so soap opera-y to fucking be like, oh no, he's good now at the end, don't worry, he'll be back for the next one. And then on the Ichiban side, it's the stuff with the mom fell flat for me. That's kind of the setup in the beginning, and then by the time we actually get to that beach scene where he's trying to have that dramatic moment with his mom, I just didn't care. I didn't care about the mom. They never really made me feel like she was a good character or good enough to care about, throughout the entire story. And I think it kind of falls flat there. But there are some like major highlights. The twist we were talking about yesterday with the dude in the wheelchair, I think that's a great part. Chitose, her stuff, her side story is awesome. Yeah, I think a lot of that stuff's really good. I mean, there's really good elements in there, but I don't think it's a top 3. Personally.
Interesting. Yeah, I actually didn't think. I thought you guys would fight a little harder with me poking at that one, but okay, well, let's cut it then.
I enjoyed the dungeons as well. Like, that's all side content. Like,
I mean, you can even get to like Sujimon. Like, that's fun. That was a fun story.
Yeah,
and the island, fun story, right?
There was no bad bit in that game.
Yeah. We got one more to cut. We haven't really talked about Metaphor or Indiana Jones yet. Or honestly, or Silent Hill. We haven't really touched any of the 3. I don't really know which one to cut though. I haven't beat Metaphor, so like I can't say. I really love what I've played so far.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through Metaphor, so I couldn't necessarily speak on the entire thing either. It is very good though thus far.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Metaphor Refund it is literally just it's a take on modern life, isn't it? Like the all the election stuff and
I remember Trump's face in The Rock floating above America. Great.
Yeah. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry.
He's got sneezies. Yeah, I really
Connor.
like Metaphor though. Like, dude, Heismay's story, his like side dungeon thing. I don't know if you got there yet.
No, not yet. I think I'm almost there.
Okay, yeah. I thought that was spectacular. That was my favorite dungeon so far. I've done like 4 dungeons, so
okay.
Yeah, that was the standout part to me thus far. But I'm sure Sims has a lot of other moments that are standout.
Yeah, I mean, some of the characters like Brigitte was good. The main story is really good.
I'm actually really far in Brigitte's story. It is very good.
Are you thinking about you want to keep it? It sounds like you want to keep it. I think, but I would like to keep Metaphor.
Yeah, I say keep Metaphor. I think Metaphor is definitely a top 3 story of this year.
Yeah. What about Indie and Silent Hill? You're the only one that's beaten both of those.
Yeah, so Silent Hill is my favorite story of the year. It's weird because that one's a remake and the entire story comes from the 2001 game.
Yeah.
That one's weird because it's like, okay, narrative, the entire thing comes from
I know they put
the
a few
original,
scenes,
right? So it's like
how much?
Yeah, there's like 5 scenes I think that are more, and they're not even really that long, So they're not like that impactful. I mean, they add to it. There's a bit more side character scenes, so but yeah.
So you think this is a cut? You know, it's your favorite?
It depends how much you like mouthwashing. Yeah, it is my favorite narrative, but I'd be okay cutting it just because it is a remake, Okay. But yeah, it is by far my favorite story this year. I absolutely adored it. The stuff with James and his wife and the side characters and stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, it's fucking phenomenal. But yeah, and then Indiana Jones is also one of my favorite stories of the year for sure. I absolutely love the side characters in that game. I love how it just feels like the 4th Indiana Jones movie that we never got, with Jan Harrison Ford. And it just like they knocked that feeling out of the park, and the writing's great. There's some hilarious cutscenes. I don't know if you guys have seen like the priest cutscene yet online. I know that one goes on Twitter a lot. That one's so funny, and yeah, they really knocked it out of the park. The writing in that game too, and I think Indiana Jones is really good.
So do you want to? Are we okay to cut Silent Hill then?
Yeah, it depends how strongly you feel on mouthwashing, but yeah, I'd be okay.
I might just give mouthwashing just a tip, just because it is new.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which I don't want to harp Silent Hill just because it is a remake, but like, it is like a 20-year-old game. I don't know. To you guys, does it sound like we give it to Metaphor? I know that only one of us has technically beaten it, but the other 2 of us really love it.
What do you mean technically? I fucking finished it. I was there. 160 hours.
Did you do everything? Did you do everything?
Not what I mean.
Technically, you didn't.
Okay.
Take that technically out your mouth, son. All right.
Only one of us have beaten the game. But the other 2 of us really love the game.
I'm gonna need you to go get the platinum, okay, before you can say you beat it. All right,
I can't do it, man. I nearly did. I have to do.
What do you have to do? You got to play like through half the
I think I have
New
to
Game
make
Plus or
every
whatever.
dinner, make all the food, literally, because I started my guide like two weeks late, if that makes sense, into the story. The side quest, missing one side quest due to food, and then kill the main bad guy, but the ultra boss. But I have to New Game Plus it.
Okay.
Because I got all the archetypes.
Do you have to get all the way to the end on New Game Plus?
Pretty much, yeah. I think so.
Nah,
it's like a super boss.
Well, okay, 200 hours later.
Let's give it to Metaphor then.
Fucking technically. Really pissed me off.
Maybe Sims beat it. I don't know. All right, so best narrative for 2024, Metaphor Refantasio.
I spent 3 nights
Congratulations, Atlas. Come up, get your award. Whatever. What's the new team's name? Team Zero or whatever.
Yeah, something. Yeah, they have. Yeah,
I think they won best narrative at Game Awards too, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Good for them. Good for them. Persona 6 this year, maybe?
No. Give them another.
You don't think so?
Years. Probably 2 years.
It is a different
so
team, right?
close to
Like,
starting
I think it's
Persona 5.
possible.
Maybe next year. I don't think this year. I don't think it's this year.
Am
I
I
think
going
they'll
to
do
technically finish
Metaphor.
Persona 5 this year?
I think they'll do like a Metaphor update soon. I guess.
You think that comes out soon?
Hey?
Interesting.
Yeah, way before. I think before Persona 6. Yeah, for sure.
Well, how long was Persona 5 ago?
That was
Not
the
like
next
4
year.
fucking years later?
Or no, it was 4 years later. You're right.
Eh.
No, you're right. It was 4 years later.
You ain't
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
the Re-Fantastio edition until like
Free Fantastio.
2030, bro.
I can't take it.
Okay, our next category then. Best character. Your nominees are Varm, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Sargon, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Kiryu, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Kazuga, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Chitose, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Princess Peach from Princess Peach Showtime, Aerith from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Tifa from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Barrett from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Seb from Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Titus from Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, Senua from Senua Saga Hellblade 2, Kitty from Little Big
dude.
City.
Let's go.
Love how much I nominated that.
Yeah, you put it everywhere.
Az from Still Aches the Deep, Astro from Astrobot, K Vest from Star Wars Outlaws, ND5 from Star Wars Outlaws, Zelda from The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, James from Silent Hill 2 Remake, Angela from Silent Hill 2 Remake, Eddie from Silent Hill 2 Remake, Max from Life is Strange Double Exposure, Safi from Life is Strange Double Exposure, Moses from Life is Strange Double Exposure, Indiana Jones from Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Gina from Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Boss from Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and then I put in Heisme from Metaphor Refantasio. Sims, I'm sure you got more you would like to add from Metaphor or whatever else you played.
Do you think? Does Sims? Do you think Heisme is the best character from Metaphor?
No, I far from it. Yeah, far from it.
Heisme might just be me thing. I don't know. I don't know who's like the fan favorite
No,
character.
everyone likes
it seems like
Heisme.
the fairy is the one I keep hearing.
Galeka?
What's her name? Galaga, whatever.
Gallica. Yeah, she's great.
The two Scouts guys, they're really good.
Oh, they are good. Yeah, should fucking put them in.
Who are those two? Have I met them yet?
God, what's their name? Nah, I don't think so. No, you definitely have it. It's Patty Pimlet and Patty Pimlet too. That's their fucking names.
Yeah, the two Liverpool guys.
Couple of Scousers.
There was an
Luis,
awesome anime cutscene with them. I won't spoil anything, but Tim's probably knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Luis is really cool from what I've seen so
Luis
far. I like him a lot.
sick.
People do love Luis. I feel like I haven't seen enough of him yet.
Yeah, he's very fascinating.
You'll see him soon. The daughter, she was great. I really enjoyed talking to her.
Maria, whatever her name is. Really?
Maria.
Yeah,
She's just
man.
always
I find her
crying.
annoying.
Everything, yeah, dude. She's always crying. Like, oh, I hope he comes to visit soon. I'm just like, no, sorry, I got a fucking dungeon to do.
I tell you what, though, that demo was fucking brilliant.
Where does the demo end? After the first dungeon, I'm assuming.
You can go to the first dungeon, but I think if you leave, that's the end.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, that demo made me buy the game.
Is Catherine just a reference to Catherine from the Atlas game?
Oh.
You know her, the pink cat lady that just always wants to fight, and I just
don't think
beat her
so,
ass.
but she's a bounty hunter.
Always moaning.
She always wants to fight. She's like, hey, you want to scrap? Like, girl, I've beaten your ass. It's like the fucking your rival in the Pokemon
like
games.
I'm always,
yeah, dude.
Gary's
just
a
like
better trainer.
All right, I'm just gonna beat your ass. Like,
I mean, you could do them all, couldn't you? Noros, the guy.
You know, I like. Yeah. I was just about to say him. He's fucking awesome.
Just
always getting hammered. Like, oh, where'd he go?
The Golden Runner itself. That's a fucking sick character.
Awesome. Dude, I love going out on the deck when you're running with the Gauntlet Runner, just looking around and like. One time I just watched it and you just go in a circle.
Yeah.
It's like Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut
true.
Peach.
God, Atlas should really make a Scooby-Doo game.
Atlas making this. That'd be really fun.
They'd
Should I,
fucking kill
should
it.
I get Royal?
Yeah.
Persona 5. I mean, I didn't play
Yeah.
the Royal version, but yeah, I mean, it's great.
Well, I've got 5. 'cause it's on PlayStation
I've only
Plus.
played 5.
But I'm like, if I'm Royals where the proper gamers play. You know what I mean?
I think I'm also going to cut the Persona, or I'm sorry, the Prince of Persia characters. They're fine. I think the villain's pretty fun, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of them.
I guess let's start like narrow. We have like groups of like the different games. Unless you want to cut something quicker.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We
My
can
favorite
cut.
Rebirth character for me was Aerith. I think she was the highlight for me for this game.
I just feel like Barrett was the standout for Rebirth.
I think either Aerith or Barrett, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm fine with cutting Cloud and Tifa if you want to do that.
Okay, for now.
Yeah.
Okay. We could do that, sure.
Aerith was the best character.
That's my favorite, but we can keep Barrett for now. Barrett's great.
When she, I tell you what, that bit when he's in virtual, is it virtual reality? That was a good bit.
Sure.
The way she sings the song, I give them that.
Mm-hmm. What about Infinite Wealth? I mean, Kasuga's tough to pick against because he is the main character. I think for like new stuff, Chitose was definitely, that's why I put her in here. I think Chitose was a huge standout for me.
I would honestly say the wheelchair dude, even though I can't remember his name, is like a top 3.
Kamizawa was also great.
I would probably my top 3 in that game. Yeah, Zawa was great.
I was gonna say the taxi driver is my favorite character.
Yeah. So
game's got a lot of good characters.
I know it's chock full.
The two old guys. Were they Kasuga's mates? No.
You're talking about Nanba and Hidachi? Yeah, the cop. Yeah, they're great too.
I was missing them
what a good time.
Halfway through that game.
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah, just like I kind of wish they were here.
I miss my old boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to cut Kasuga and Kiryu?
I don't want to cut Kasuga.
Okay.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't want to cut Kiryu, but we're gonna have to cut.
What about the crab?
We're not. What about?
Sim's the only one that played the 50-hour Animal Crossing minigame inside of like a dragon.
Yeah.
And he's not wrong. 50
I'm gonna
hours.
cut both of the Star Wars characters. I don't think they hold up to.
Yeah, K-Vest kind of sucks. ND5's good.
Yeah, I like ND5.
Her little pet's awesome. We should have the pet, whatever the fuck his name is. Nix? Was it Nix? Nix, yeah, that was it.
You want to keep any of the Life is Strange
cooking scenes in a game this year? Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh yeah, the
cooking dude, when he went eat the new towns, that shit was awesome.
Yeah,
a little mini game.
The Life is Strange characters. You want to keep any of them?
Okay, so I know fan favorite is Moses now. I particularly enjoyed Safi more, who Safi kind of ends up being. I don't want to spoil things. Safi ends up being like a very important part of the game. But I actually enjoy both of those a lot. I would cut Max first, honestly.
Cut Max.
Yeah.
You want to keep the other two right now?
No, you can cut Moses because I enjoyed Safi. I think the fandom around Life is Strange would definitely disagree with that. But personally, I enjoyed Safi quite a bit.
We'll cut both of them. Keep her.
Indiana Jones, you could cut Gina.
Okay.
Great character. I mean, she's the love interest for Indiana Jones throughout the entire game. He's got to have one. Yeah, she's great. There's some really good side quests with her as well that kind of delve into her backstory a bit more. And then you could cut Indy himself, honestly.
Okay. You think Voss?
Voss is the villain, so Eric Voss, he's the Nazi villain of the game, and he's fucking awesome. He's definitely one of my favorite characters of the year. Yeah, cool. They just nailed that Nazi asshole. Just love to hate character of the year. And those are always typically tend to be my favorite characters in games. You know, I remember what's the dude's name from God of War Ragnarok? Heimdall that stood on top of the wall. That guy. Yeah, it's like that. You know, like you just fucking hate this motherfucker, but he's awesome.
Yeah, I like Heimdall. How much you hate him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut Senua and also Titus from Warhammer. I think Titus is fun. He's a very like, I'm a soldier, I'm a leader, and that's kind of it. He's kind of a man about duty. But he
duty.
Yeah, duty. And Senua, I think Senua was better in the first game. As much as I like that. I like Hellblade too, but
moaning bitch.
I will cut Eddie from Silent Hill 2 remake.
Okay.
Her character really has a really fucked up story. By the time you get to the end of it,
this game.
Oh, dude, I do, man. That was such a good time. Take me back. My restless dreams, you know.
Oh no.
But my restless dreams.
Yeah,
I see that town.
I see that
Silent
town, man.
Hill.
I just see it.
You
I
promised
thought
to
about
take
going
me
back and
there
platinum it,
someday.
you know.
But you never did. The clock. I got a clock.
Really good. Can you put a wig on for me? I'll never mind. It's gonna spoil something.
He was literally reading it.
Oh, was he?
He was literally reading it from
I'm not even watching it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Clock lost my last time. A lot of money.
Yeah, Eddie was great and story was cool, but he's the weakest out of the three. We could also cut Kaz from Still Wakes the Deep.
Okay.
Yeah, cool character. Very cool concept for that game. Like I was saying in best narrative.
You want to cut the kitty finally?
I was hoping to just leave him and you guys wouldn't notice.
I'm looking at the list. I see him.
Yeah, we can cut the
cut
cat. He is a great character.
Cute little black kitty.
Really cute design, man. Big eyes.
Mm-hmm. Cute kid. I mean, do we want to talk about Astrobot?
Sure. I mean, he doesn't have a story to back him up, but he has a very cute design, right? And is sort of becoming a mascot for PlayStation, you know?
New stuff. I mean, we can keep Astro right now if you want.
No, I mean, we're getting down on the wire more and more, so I mean, we could delete him, but I certainly don't think he's top three.
He's top three.
Yeah.
Do you think Sev is top three? Black Ops 6?
I did like Sev.
Definitely the standout. Yeah. Definitely the standout for that game. But yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I wonder, do we cut Heismay? I know that Connor likes Heismay a lot, but it sounds like he might not make it.
I like Heismay.
Top three. Do you think Heismay's top three?
I do think there's better characters in the game. No, look at that pretty cat.
Can we make Nacho the character of the year?
No, for sure.
Hey, Nacho, you did it.
Do you think Sev is top three?
No, not personally. She was the best character out of all of them, though.
Mm-hmm. All right, cut Sev. What about Zelda?
You can cut Zelda.
You can cut Zelda. Yeah, I think it's awesome that Zelda finally got her own game. I can't wait to play that game, eventually. But yeah,
I really didn't like it. I don't think I played it. I played the first
the mechanic seems fun.
Just seemed like a bit faffy.
It's cool because she's really got to take a leadership role in that game. Like she's really the one that has to save Hyrule, and like when you interact with NPCs and stuff, you really feel that, especially in like a lot of the side quests and stuff in that game. But yeah, you can cut it.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely think we got to pick one from each of these two games here, or these three games here. Who do you like better, James or Angela?
Ooh, that's tough.
James.
Yeah, it probably has to be James.
Get way more of him, probably, right?
Yeah.
Frank West.
West. Hell yeah.
West.
I'm on
He
there.
comes back, yeah.
Can we talk about the
All right.
jump? At the beginning of the game, he jumps out of a helicopter.
Yeah, it just lands and does
It's
a roll.
You do a little
about-
roll. Yeah.
It's about 60 foot, like the jump.
Yeah. He's a superhuman. He's a super.
And he just
Frank
rolls
West is
through
a
the roll.
superhuman. Yeah.
He's
Like, he
built
doesn't-
like a fucking
granted, he
tank,
doesn't land
Batman.
it.
He is a tank for sure. All right. What about Rebirth? Do we want to pick Aerith or Barrett?
Aerith.
I go Barrett. If you two want Aerith, we can do Aerith.
Did you not
Okay.
hear her sing the song?
What does that have to do with her character?
Everything.
It's a good song.
Freddie.
So Infinite Wealth. Do you want to like cut Chitose over Kasuga?
Barrett just has the stuff with Dean. Or Dine. Whatever the fuck's his name is.
Dine, yeah.
Come in.
Do you want to cut Chitose or Kasuga?
I would cut Chitose personally.
Okay.
I just think Casca's fucking incredible and hilarious.
Okay, sure. We got to cut 3 more.
Okay, we can get rid of Safi from Life is Strange.
Get rid of
Whatsoever. She does ruin the game. She is the reason the game sucks. So,
Really?
but I do really
that-
like her character.
Maybe that's why people don't like her.
That's definitely why people don't like her. It's 100% why people don't like her.
Interesting.
You reckon my dog's
Um,
smaller than your cat?
Hang on, let me tab over.
Looks like it.
Might be. Might be.
Similar size, I think.
I don't know.
They're similar sizes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take a quick pause to compare sizes.
No.
Nah, he's probably a little bit bigger. I'll tell you what, though, Nacho
Okay, that is a big
kick his
kitty.
ass.
Nacho is a big kitty though.
Yeah, Nacho
It's a
got
big
like
cat,
part Mancoon in him or whatever.
Nah, look at the pushy cat. No.
Okay, so who do we got left?
We got Kasuga, Aerith, James, Voss, and Heisme.
Ooh.
I want to pick a top 3 for me personally. I mean, I don't know Heisme,
You just put your lips on.
and I don't really know Voss, so I would just say Kasuga, Aerith, and James for me. And then I'd say Kasuga is number 1 for me here.
Yeah, top 3 for me would be Voss, James, Casca.
Okay.
Maybe Heisman, but I got beat it.
Sims.
Heisman's story is just fucking tragic.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I kind of like lost interest in some of the side stories, like due to just the fact that I played it for 167 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's
What-
what happens to these games. Like, you kind of just
What's your top 3?
probably Kasuga,
Okay, he's top 3 for sure then.
Aerith, and then obviously I guess Heisme because I know the character. I do like Heisme. I liked him as a person. He was in my party. He was rotated regularly.
So I don't really know who we're cutting.
Really,
It
because
sounds
right
like-
now I'm finding him to be the weak link in the actual combat.
Let's get rid of Heisme.
Get rid of Heisme. Okay.
No, I mean you got to level them up, Connor.
Level him up more.
You just
I got
I
everyone.
would
say my
Everyone's
top
at
tip to you.
40 minimum, and then Will's at, or the main
Yeah.
character, whatever you call him,
My
is
top
at
tip to you
43.
is them red spawny things. If you ever see them, just take the opportunity
The
to
glow
grind.
thing, the like glowing ones that fucking give you
Yeah.
bonus if you beat them.
No.
No.
Like they're normally like there's normally 2 together and they spawn things constantly. But if you break them, if you destroy them, they never come back.
Yeah.
But like they will spawn and spawn and spawn, so you could like literally you could rinse and repeat all day.
Oh, like the crystal thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
We got to cut one more.
honestly, if you ever see them, just run past them. Don't unless you have to. Don't.
Oh, you're saying that's like a really good spot to grind.
because then when you can go back, you can start rinsing
Oh,
them. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because there's some bosses that you will need to grind for. I did it on easy and still struggled.
Okay, so we got one more to cut. We got Casca
Mhm.
from Like a Dragon, Aerith from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, James from Silent Hill 2, and Voss from Indiana Jones and Great Circle. The weak link here for me is Aerith.
Mm. I I would keep Aerith personally, but
Okay.
I mean, if you
We
want
can
to
keep
cut her,
Aerith. No, I think Sims also wants to keep Aerith, so we'll keep Aerith. We can
I mean,
cut.
it's for you for James and Voss. I mean, you're definitely the one holding both of those two up.
That's tough, man.
We all like Kasuga.
That's tough. That might be my top 2 favorite characters that year, honestly. Cut Voss.
Cut Voss.
Sorry, Voss.
Sorry,
Great
boss.
villain portrayal. I saw the actor that played him tweet something out the other day, and I'm like, he fucking knocked it out of the park.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
So I guess does it sound like Kasuga is our number one?
I'm down with that.
All right. Bold it. Boom. Kasuga. Number one. Best character.
Like a Dragon
Moving
gets
forward.
some love on our show. About damn time.
I know, right? It's not like it didn't
We're the
win
only
best
one that
gameplay. All right. Next category.
Our next category is Best Music / Sound. And your nominees are Tekken 8, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Princess Peach Showtime, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Stellar Blade, Senua Saga, Hellblade 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Astrobot, Penny's Big Breakaway, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, Star Wars Outlaws, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Balatro, Still Wakes the Deep, Silent Hill 2 Remake, Life's Strange Level Exposure, Persona 3 Reload, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Metaphor Refantasio.
Yeah, I think we can do a lot of cuts.
This is
I'm
a
gonna-
tough one, man. Best music
It
is
is.
stacked this year.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna say Star Wars quick cut.
Star Wars has the
Um,
sound. You know, this is best music and sound,
I'm definitely cutting Princess Peach.
and it sounds like Star Wars.
hmm
Got the pew pews, got the you know what I mean, Sims?
The pew pew.
Pew pew.
We want to cut Persona 3 because it is also just a remake.
That I don't care about as much for best music sound category. Personally, Persona 3 Reload has my favorite song of the year. So I would say keep it.
Okay.
The song when you're walking around at night in Persona 3 Reload is a
hip-hop song?
fucking banger.
A hip hop song.
Banger.
Yeah,
When I add a song from a video game to my Spotify playlist, you know it's a banger because I don't do that.
for sure.
I don't do that
For sure.
ever.
Did you play 3? Did you play Persona 3?
Yeah, I didn't
We
beat
didn't
it.
beat it.
Yeah, fell off. Got bored.
Is it good?
It's not as good as Metaphor. I'll tell you that. Yeah, it's
Let's
good.
cut. I'm gonna cut Tekken 8. It has awesome music. I mean, it's so fun, but it's not as good as some of these.
I would say cut COD.
Yeah, COD's just always has good sound. They just do really good job.
Yeah,
with
good
their
sound effects. Yeah.
but-
You know, they get in there with the guns. You know,
Ring the fire, ring the fire.
get on the ground.
Can you hear what I'm saying? 'Cause I feel like Discord's
What'd
hurting
you
my
say?
feelings. I'm singing rain in the fire, rain in the fire.
What is that from?
I hear it.
It's the multiplayer song, isn't it?
Is
It's
it?
like,
I don't know. I
yeah,
don't pay attention
she's
to
there like rain in the fire, rain in the fire.
I don't pay attention to the song multiplayer.
How
Song.
can you not pay attention? It's catchy as fuck.
I just don't. I just hop into games. I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, my mate started Indiana Jones. He said it's really good.
I know Hellblade has good like sound design, but I don't know.
Ooh,
I feel like
you're gonna cut that one already?
yeah.
Really?
I mean,
What,
I like
Coin?
the three. I like the three above Hellblade more, actually, and then I also like Astrobot more. So, yeah, Hellblade sound. Balatro has like a good fun song, but it just
Oh,
gets
I
kind of
love that
repetitive.
song.
You want to keep it just for that song? Like it's only the one.
I mean,
song,
we do.
really.
I feel like I keep saying I love this thing, so don't cut it. So we kind of do have to just cut things. But yeah, you can go ahead and cut it. But I
It's
do
got
love
a great
that song.
Yeah, it's a great song. It is just one song though, but yeah.
There was a Sunday where I was playing that game like nonstop, and that I fell asleep, and I heard that song in my
one
sleep.
song.
Yeah.
What about
It does just sound like elevator music though.
Kinetsugami?
Oh yeah, we could cut that one. That's an easy one to cut. The music definitely doesn't stand out to me, and
Okay.
yeah, cool sound effects though. Penny's Big Breakaway we can also cut.
Okay.
Actually has very cool like upbeat, almost like circus type music, if that makes sense. Going throughout the whole thing. Enjoyed it. We can cut Dragon Ball Sparking Zero as well. It's just the same music from
Good
Dragon
sound
Ball.
effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, same like Kamehameha sound effects, and blast sound effects probably that we've heard, but those are all always great. What
Still
about
Wakes the Deep. We can
Still Wakes
cut.
the Deep?
Yeah, we can cut that one.
Have good music.
More of the sound design is kind of what stood out to me a bit more on that one. Especially there's there's like horror elements in that game. The sound design's really good.
Cut it though.
Yeah, you can cut it.
Life is Strange. They always have great music. How's the music? Yeah, I was gonna say, how's the music in this?
The music's
like
phenomenal. Yeah,
it
phenomenal.
always is.
Yeah, it always is. I mean, what you'd expect from Life is Strange. They do not fail you on the music side.
They don't miss in the music?
Yeah, they do not. Star Wars we can cut now. That's fine.
I see your true colors shine.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle we can cut. Music didn't stand out to me too much. Music. They actually, I feel like they should have played the indie theme way more than they did. They play it, of course, but I wanted that like every other minute.
Yeah, you wanted that chime just like every once in a while.
Yeah, great sound design too, though. Like the whip sounds great, all that shit.
I mean, as much as I like the music, I would cut Stellar Blade. Like people try to compare it to Nier, it's not even close to Nier. It's definitely Nier inspired, but.
Yeah, I thought the music was one of the best parts of that game, actually.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, we can cut it.
For me, it was the combat for that game, is what stood out. Do we want to cut? Do we want to cut Infinite Wealth? Like, it's got good music, but
I don't think that's really a standout for that game.
Yeah, I don't.
What were you gonna say?
I think
I don't remember the music.
Yeah. What about Zelda?
I mean, again, it's a lot like Life is Strange, where you'd expect it to be phenomenal, and it is, right? Because it's Zelda, right? It's just Zelda music. It is samey, to other Zelda games, but I don't really know if that's a knock on it. It's
sure.
I mean, that's like a good thing, honestly, right?
So.
There's a lot I really like it. I think I have 3 more that I like more. I will go ahead and say cut Zelda.
Okay. There's 4 games in a row here that are for you, really, which is Zelda, and I guess you're gonna cut it. Silent Hill, Life is Strange, and Persona 3.
Yeah, Silent Hill just certainly has the sound design on a lot of these games, and much like Resident Evil 2 remake and stuff like that, where the sound design is really fucking awesome. Like you want to play with headphones, and you want to get scared like that, and you hear something behind you in a dark corner. You're like, what the fuck was that? But yeah, we can cut it.
Okay. Then we got to cut 2 more.
How we all feel about Astro? Great sound and great music.
Yeah, it also just has good sound effects too.
Yeah, Astro. Yeah. Okay, that's a top 3. Never mind.
I think it's top 3. Yeah. For me, it's Rebirth, Astro, and Metaphor. That's my top 3. Life is Strange. I would trust you if you say it is top 3 because how much I love Life is Strange music.
Yeah.
So, I would trust you with that.
To me, the weakest one right now is Metaphor. It's not that it's not good. It's great even, but it's just maybe it's just not my personal favorite.
It relies on that one song, doesn't it?
Yeah, just constantly.
There's another one in there as well. I can't remember.
It's not as good as Persona. I played it. Music.
I played it on mute towards the end, but I was.
We can cut Metaphor if you want.
I mean, look, it's just like, but then it's like almost like it's when it drops. It's like.
Yeah. One thing I did find out about the music in that game is like it's all in some language that was like a language made up for like all of humanity or whatever that like all of humanity was supposed to use or some shit. I don't know the exact details, but
I've heard about that.
That is cool. That is cool.
Yeah. You want to cut? Let's cut Metaphor then.
Okay.
You know, it's a crime. The fact that the guy didn't sing it.
Yeah,
Game
at
Awards.
the Game Awards. All right, we got to cut one more.
Okay, we can
I'd
cut
have done it for
Persona
free.
3 Reload.
Just me and a microphone. Just no, I'm like, me and the flute guy just jamming.
You and the
I'm like,
flute
yeah,
guy.
flute guy.
He always popping off.
Love that blue guy.
So what's number one for you, Connor?
He just
Like,
the this year's was brilliant though because it just got bigger.
yeah,
I would probably say Rebirth is number one.
I was gonna say Rebirth.
I mean, you do got to give it up to
Wrong.
that Air song.
You're both wrong.
You were the one that were just fucking bragging about the Air song. Not bragging, but saying how much you like the Air
Astrobot's
song.
so much better.
Oh, you think it's a lot better? Okay, I can see that too. I mean,
Like every film was great. Like remember when you just like when you found a secret level, it's like secrets.
It
The
did have
end
good
credits
sound,
scene.
good sound
Secrets. Like,
effects.
yeah, all right. And then
End
God of War. Come on. Steve and I run into
Sim
it.
me. Fuck it. Give the
I
Astro.
give
was
it to
running
Astro.
to it.
Yeah, give it the Astro.
And then
Bolden it. You muted yourself.
I was running faster.
You muted
Your
yourself for most
winner
of
for
that.
best sound
I know I
slash
did. I
music.
know, yeah.
Astrobot.
What?
Astrobot.
Astrobot's the winner, Sim.
Astrobot soundtrack on the running.
Or do you
Boy.
run to it?
Like when you're like, I used to just leave it on the menu. Secrets, like secrets, like yes, please. Oh my lord, fucking Final Fantasy, One Winged Angel, fuck off.
Yeah, we might need to go through these categories a little quicker.
Why? What time is it? Oh, I got plenty of time.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Our next category. I mean, this will be a quick one, anyways. Our next
Yeah.
category
Yeah.
is best indie. And Sims, you're gonna have to add stuff that you play because I feel like you played more indies than.
I added Plucky
Russ.
for you.
Oh, okay. Plucky's in
The
there.
other
Yeah,
one,
Is
the
there
English
anything
game.
else? That's in there. Thank
Oh, yeah,
goodness
yeah.
you're here.
No, that's already in here.
That's in
Yeah,
here.
I mean, would you say that Quiet Place was an indie game? I didn't play many indie games.
See,
No,
that's my
I played
question.
one.
Like, I could have added, like, do you guys think Life is Strange or Kunitsugami are indie games? Because I would consider those more double A.
Yeah. me too.
Yeah,
Who did the Quiet Place game?
you did.
No, I mean who made it?
But it's an IP. It's
I think
probably
that was a
double
newer
budget
team.
game.
One man in his mom's basement made the Quiet Place. He acquired the IP.
It was Jim from The Office. He made it.
Facts.
Okay, so your nominees for best indie game are Balatro, Open Roads, Penny's Big Breakaway, Little Kitty Big City, Thank Goodness You're Here, Still Wakes the Deep, The Plucky Squire, and Mouthwashing. Ooh, not a great year for indies, huh, guys?
We also didn't we didn't play a few of them. Like, did you end up playing Neva?
No, yeah, I never did.
Yeah, see, like Neva's one that we missed.
Yeah,
I didn't
Neva's
play
up
1,000 Time Resist. So
Yeah.
there's like a few that we've missed. I think this year. There's just a lot of AAA this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is gonna be a pretty easy one to go through. Like, I think Open Roads is a pretty quick, easy cut. I enjoyed the game. It definitely could have been better, especially from that team. Sims,
Okay,
you'll definitely have to be here to
and-
talk about. Thank goodness you're here in Plucky Squire.
And then we can cut the joke one. Still Wakes the Deep. Just cut it. You know, it's the one that stands out on the list.
Yeah.
Like, why is it there?
You don't wanna-
know?
You don't want to keep that one over Pennies or Kitty?
The Kitty. No, Kitty's number one. Yeah,
Okay.
no, we could cut Still Wakes the Deep.
Cut still before those two. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I like Penny's Big Breakaway a lot. I don't think it's the best one on here. It needs a sequel. Like, I would love to see what this team does with a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little 3D
wanna cut it?
platformer, definitely fast. Yeah, we can cut it.
Okay.
Quiet Place was made by Stormmind Games. Made about 4 games. Remothered Tormented Fathers, Remothered Broken Porcelain, Batora Lost Haven.
I'm gonna refill my
and then
coffee real
Quiet
quick.
Place.
Sims, you'll have to talk about Thank Goodness You're Here in Plucky Squire.
Let's talk about Plucky Squire. Plucky Squire.
Yeah.
We were really excited when we played this game.
Yeah.
When this game came out, we were all blown away. We were all really excited. I think I don't know if I spoke to you all, but Daniel about, not Connor about it. Like I was just like, it's
it was
almost
Connor.
like It's almost like they had this like grand idea, and then they could put it together in that demo, and that demo is where it really shined. Like the trailer on it, it was like, oh, he's in the storybook, and then he's out of the storybook, and it looked fantastic. Like it looked amazing. It looked nice and shiny. Visuals were there, and I think obviously it took a long time to develop, didn't it? But obviously because we waited a long time for it, and I think they just ran out of time. And everything I think
looks like a cute game.
I think a lot of what they made ended up on the drawing, like just in the trash. Like we just can't get it to how they want it. So the outside the storybook became very small and very not very memorable. And then the in the storybook became, a good idea. Get the book, change the words, leave the book to turn the page, etc., etc. But I think all in all, I think they ran out of time. I think it was a time thing. I reckon if they could have had another 2 years, I reckon they'd have got everything they ever wanted. But
so are you saying cut Plucky? You want to cut it?
I can't see because he's moved the mouse, hasn't he?
But a dog.
Do you want to cut Plucky over like Thank Goodness You're Here?
No, look at that doggy. Sure, I can't see the indie games, Connor.
Okay, this is Eclipse. He's a dog. Sorry, I keep interrupting the show to show off my animals.
He's a cutie.
No, he's okay.
He's got different colored eyes.
Let me go big thingy. Let me go big. Wait there. Let me see his eyes again.
Oh, boy.
Let's have a look.
Look at the camera.
Oh, look at you. You're beautiful.
Oh.
It's a cutie.
He's a good boy.
Good boy.
He's a good boy. Okay.
So, do you want to cut Plucky?
I need to see the script. I need to see the list.
It's Balatro, Little Kitty Big City, Thank Goodness You're Here, Plucky Squire, Mouthwashing.
I think
we have to cut 2 more.
I think it definitely has to go. It was a good time. I think I played it just after I came back off holiday. It was okay. I was very disappointed. Like, I remember this being like a very much a game that I was really excited for a couple of years. I think back in maybe 2 years ago, Plucky Squire was one that I picked. I was like, oh, I really can't wait for this game to come out. And then, it's a shame.
Well, we got to cut 1 more. I don't want to cut like Little Kitty without Connor.
Connor.
Mouthwashing, I would like to keep in the top 3. Thank Goodness You're Here. I think for you, I'd like to keep it in the top 3. So I think
it's one of the best games I've ever played.
Yeah, I know how much you love it. So I think it's between Balatro and Little Kitty Big City to cut. I know that Connor probably doesn't want to cut Little Kitty Big City, but I
swear to God, if you guys cut Little Kitty Big City,
I feel like that's the one.
And he was. I was like, we can't.
Don't give it its recognition.
I said we can't get rid of it without Connor.
No,
and his
that's
words
literally
were,
what I said.
He said. Fuck Connor.
No, I didn't.
That's what Daniel said. I'll believe you, Sims, because Daniel is a proven cheater.
He says, "Fuck that Donald Trump voting motherfucker."
That's what he
His
said.
Words, not mine.
Oh, wow.
Not mine.
I voted for Kanye.
He said, "You dog stupid."
I would gladly take Kanye as president if I'm being honest. You know who should be president? The kitty from Little Kitty Big City. You guys know how good that game is?
Listen. Yes, it's in every category.
You're a cat. You're exploring a town. Why? Who put it in every category? Who did that? You're a cat. You're exploring a town. You're meeting little animal friends, and you're trying to get back to your apartment building at the top of the building, and you got to climb the building, Sims. It's a heroic journey, on that game honestly.
Was absolutely dreadful.
Yeah, because Stray's so fucking good, bud. Yeah. Because that wasn't the problem with Stray. That wasn't the problem with Stray at all.
There was nothing wrong with Stray. There was nothing wrong with Stray.
All right. I'm going to just go ahead and do it. I'm going to cut Little Kitty Big City.
This is how a cat is supposed to move, much like Little Kitty Big City. This is how
about to knock off that 50-inch TV.
See that? It's actually 52. Okay, sir?
So I don't know what we want to give to Best Indie. We had our top 3 here. Sims is definitely way more passionate about Thank Goodness You're Here than I am for like Mouthwashing.
Thank Goodness You're Here is probably.
Why is Thank Goodness You're Here still here?
The happiest moment.
It's for him. Like he's championing it.
Did you like it?
Me?
Yeah.
I haven't played it. I need to play it.
Did you?
I own it. I bought it.
You need to
Yeah,
play
I
it.
bought it. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Come back tomorrow and you'll play it. And
I'll
your
play it
brother
eventually,
does
yeah.
but-
I bought it like when we were talking about it. I think I like loaded into it, but I didn't play it really.
So British.
Where do we all feel about Balatro? Did you play it, Sims, at all?
No, because I'm not a fucking loser.
Okay.
But
That's
let me
fair.
just report to my resident loser. Did you like Balatro? Did you
I
like
really
it better than
love
Description?
Balatro. I can guarantee
I'm
you.
sure she.
Balatro out of these three is definitely my favorite. Mostly because it's the
Okay.
only one I didn't play. Or the only one I
Natalie said
didn't play.
Inscription's better.
Yeah, it's a different type of game. I would say I've been saying it since Balatro came out is that Slay the Spire's better. So
You did play it for a while though. Like I did say you
play it
have
for
to
a
play
while, yeah.
Balatro, and then she played it as well for a while.
yeah, I was playing it
If
for a
that's the
while.
arguments we're making, literally every game ever made is better than Thank Goodness You're Here. So it's I don't know why that's not
Yeah, but
So what do you wanna give
you
it to?
Connor, are dead inside.
That's true. That's very true.
What do we want to
I'm
give it to?
very much.
Well, how much do you
I
like
love-
Balatro? Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Sims.
I'm very much a comedic person. Like, if it can make me laugh and I can interact with it, and I resonate with it, I feel like this game was built for me.
It is British.
And like Lucy James is very, very high on it as well. Like she very much has that northern.
Let's bring in a critic here that really likes it.
I haven't heard from Lucy James in about 6 months.
The other 99% of the industry is really high on Balatro, if that helps the case.
Yeah, I know, but look, if you want to give it to Balatro, I'm not going to be here moaning. But I just want you to both know you're wrong, and that is okay.
I can accept that. Give it to Balatro.
You guys collectively as Americans,
Daniel, how strongly do you feel about
I've made
mouthwashing?
so many bad decisions over the last 50 years.
You can't blame all
It's
of
okay.
us.
I can.
Without like spoiling my top 10 yet. Both of them are in my top 10. Balatro's much higher.
Wow.
Balatro's in my top 5. So
Five.
I'm not sure where Sims is kind of at with Thank Goodness You're Here. I don't want to like spoil your list. Like, is it really high on your list? You said it's one of the
I
favorite games.
Don't know my top 10, and it's.
Well, you better
I've
be
got an
thinking
hour
about
to
it.
figure it out. I am. I've moved it
It's
about
done.
12 times.
Is that the next category? Do we have one more?
No, we have one more.
Okay.
So do you want to give it to Thank Goodness You're Here, Sims? Is you're way more passionate, it seems like, than I am even about Balatro.
Not a
Balatro's
fucking
in my
chance
top
we're
5.
giving it to Thank Goodness You're Here.
Then let's
I
give it to
love
Balatro
it.
then.
I can't stand by that because I hated it. You know,
Yeah.
it's like one of the
This
few
is
games
a
that I
group thing.
hated. Yeah.
How much do you
How
like
did you
Balatro
hate-
then, Connor?
How much do I like Balatro?
Yeah.
I mean, out of these three, I clearly like what's the only one I played out of these three. I don't know how much I would like mouthwashing. Mouthwashing sounds like something I would like quite a bit, but
I think you would.
Yeah, and I like Balatro quite a bit. Like I said, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I've talked
Let's give it
about
to Balatro then.
my love for Balatro before.
You
Wouldn't say I
got bullied
loved it,
into
but-
that. You got bullied. You got
Bullied?
played. You played yourself. You
Bullied
played
into
yourself,
what?
Daniel.
Bullied into what? It says a group effort. There's no bullying.
No, he threw his toys out the pram and he got what he wanted.
I mean, I wanted Little Kitty Big City, so like I'm the one get bullied here, you know.
Oh my God. This
Oh,
game.
I'm getting fucking bullied.
The haunt my
alright.
dreams.
Oh, you guys wait for my top 10. You ain't seen nothing yet.
If it is number 1, I'm
You
gonna.
ain't seen nothing yet.
I'm doing a backflip.
I might give it to you. Can do a backflip. Hang on. Hang on. I will give it my number
You're
1
changing
if
your
you're
top
gonna do a
10.
backflip. Yeah, I'll make 1 through 10 Little Kitty Big City if you're gonna do a backflip.
I'll do 10 backflips if you do.
Promises. Okay, our next. Well, hang on. Winner then for best indie was Balatro. And your top 3 for best indie was Balatro number 1. I guess we don't do like 2 and 3, but you know, thank goodness
No.
you're here. And mouthwashing round out the top 3. Yeah.
I wish we could have played more indies.
I'm
this
glad
year. That's
someone
kind of
played
like a disappointment.
mouthwashing. I'm glad you did that.
Yeah. I'm definitely
people
gonna
really high on that
try to get it in our top 10. I really liked it a lot.
Your last category then before we do game of the year is best art direction. Another stat category for this year. And your nominees are
Yeah, it is.
Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Tekken 8, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Open Roads, Princess Peach Showtime, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Stellar Blade, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, Astrobot, Penny's Big Breakaway, Little Kitty Big City, Kinetsugami Path of the Goddess, Star Wars Outlaws, Silent Hill 2 Remake, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Thank Goodness You're Here, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero with the exclamation point. Don't forget that exclamation point. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Metaphor Refantasio, Balatro, and Marvel Rivals. You don't want to put mouthwashing in there?
I'll put it there. I
Yeah.
thought about it. I'll put it there. I just didn't think it would stand, but we
That
can.
was
We
just
can
like
give
a
it,
standout theme from it.
sure. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the characters in the story, but yeah, we could. I'll give it a shout out
Plucky
here.
Squire, you don't want to put in here, Sims?
We
I
can
mean-
put Plucky. Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah.
Put it in. Yeah.
All right, there we go. There we got two more. All right. Is there anything that like stands out as an immediate cut? I mean, I guess I'll keep cutting it quick, like I keep doing with every category. Is Princess Peach? I like the game,
Aw.
but I don't think it really stands to a lot of these. Same with Open Roads. I think it had like a hand drawn kind of art style, if you can remember that one. But again, I don't think it's a super memorable game.
Don't worry, Nintendo. 2025 is your year.
Yeah.
Unless GTA comes out, then it's not.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll cut Balatro. Like I think it's a
Cards look great.
yeah, it's a cool looking game, but it's not like overly special compared to some of these other games. Let's see.
This is another one where
Yeah,
I'm just
there's a
like,
lot
I
of
like
heavy
a lot
hitters.
of these, you know? Or
I think this might be
have
the most
trouble
contentious
cutting stuff.
category.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be the most contentious category. How do we feel about Rebirth? Like, I'll just start poking at the big ones. Like
That you can
Rebirth's really
delete because
high,
it looked
but
like
does it-
shit.
For some people, yeah. And I also just think I don't necessarily think it looks like that much better than Remake did, personally.
It's worse.
Yeah, maybe for some people it even looked worse.
Yeah. I think I'm getting a PS5 Pro next month, so hopefully it's better on that.
I'll cut Prince of Persia. I think it looks good, but like it definitely has that weird kind of Fortnite-y look that I don't like a lot. It doesn't always look like that though. Like some of the effects in that game are pretty cool.
I would cut Like a Dragon. I don't think art direction is necessarily a standout thing for that game.
It's a very colorful game. It's not a high fidelity game.
No, definitely not a high fidelity game. And I mean, I don't know. A lot of the NPCs look very bland. I guess that's not necessarily
that's
anything
fair.
to do with art direction, but it's just things that stand out with Like a Dragon where I'm like, I wish this looked better. I wish that looked a little better, etc.
I mean, I know it's your running joke. Little Kitty Big City.
Running joke.
I know it looks.
I'm so
I
fucking
know it looks
serious
good.
about Little Kitty Big
How
City.
charming.
Little Kitty
Yeah.
Big City actually looks fucking dope. It has like this cel-shaded cartoonish look to it, and
Yeah.
I actually really like the art.
It does look like a
direction in that game.
cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can keep it for now. We can keep
Yeah,
it for
you
now.
can cut it. It's not gonna be a top 3. It's fine.
Okay.
We can cut Star Wars Outlaws as well.
I was gonna say Outlaws.
yeah, really,
That's what I was looking
really
at, yeah.
good looking game actually, but there's if we're going for fidelity, there's stuff on this list that's better fidelity.
For sure. What about Sparking Zero? Like,
Yeah, I really like the way
that
Sparking Zero looks.
Good.
Yeah, it has like this cel-shaded again,
it like-
another like cel-shaded kind of going for the cartoon anime style look. Yeah, we can cut it. I don't think it's a top 3 again, but it does look very good, especially when you do like one of your finishers
In motion.
and Vegeta's sending out a giant blast. It looks great.
Or were you gonna try to cut?
I was gonna ask about Warhammer. Do you feel strongly about that game's art direction?
Yeah, I think it's not. It definitely doesn't have the budget and fidelity of a lot of games, and that I can give it some knocks. I would keep it on the list for its art direction, though. It is super strong. It might be like the best looking Warhammer game they've ever made. It like looking at all the Tyranids running around and like just the big scale of everything, and the vehicles look awesome. The armor's really cool looking. Like when you get to fight the Chaos Marines. The Chaos Marine effects are really awesome. They're very colorful and rainbow when you kill them. I think it's a very strong contender. It definitely loses it in fidelity, though. It definitely looks like a late 360 game. It just does at a lot of points. But it does have a few really high quality cutscenes though that are good. But I would keep it for now, personally. Um, See, now we're getting into like realistic stuff and like art direction-y stuff. Um, like Stellar Blade. How do we feel about Stellar Blade?
Yes, so the one's going for more fidelity and trying to have realistic looking graphics. I would say that's one of the weaker ones out of those. So I would say we can go ahead and cut Stellar Blade.
I think Tekken 8 looks way better than Stellar Blade.
Sure.
I think Tekken 8 looks incredible. I don't know how long I could fight for Tekken 8, but I think it looks incredible. I want to hear your argument, and I haven't played this as a game I would like to play maybe at some point. It's Kinetsugami. That game's art style is awesome. That game looks so cool. Like, do you think that's like potentially top 3 for how cool it looks?
I don't know if it's personally one of my top 3. It does look super cool, but I think just in terms of having a unique art style, there's other ones I would put above it. But it does look great. Especially a lot of stuff throughout the map just look fucking cool. And just the way you like, when he slashes, this big like red streak comes out and stuff like that. It's dope.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would say we can go ahead and cut it. That's not a top 3 for me.
You want to cut it?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. I was thinking you were going to try to push it. Okay.
I don't know about you guys. I'm
be right back.
Okay. I'm leaning very heavily towards fidelity this year just because there's so many impressive ones. Hellblade 2 obviously being the standout fidelity wise. But I would also say Indiana Jones and Great Circle just looks fantastic when you're playing it. Like really good setting, really good looking areas. The Egypt map looks fucking incredible in that game. So I would say keep that one. Metaphor is obviously a huge contender there. I would say Metaphor is the top 3. Lucky Squire looks great too from what I've seen of it. I didn't end up playing that, but obviously a big standout with its art direction. I actually love the way Life is Strange Double Exposure looks as well.
It looked really good in trailers.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely.
Yeah, like they definitely leveled up from what was the other one? True Colors. Yeah, they definitely leveled that up and they kind of turned that up to 11, and I think it actually looks fantastic. It's kind of one of the better parts about that game is its art direction.
The music and art direction,
yeah.
I'll cut Mouthwashing.
Okay.
I think it's got that like PS1 polygonal, even like early PS2 look. It definitely fits the vibe and the story and the themes of what it's going for. So in that way, like it's pretty strong in art direction, but like I think that we just have so much stronger games here, personally. What about Zelda? I think it looks great.
Yeah, I mean Zelda looks fantastic. Again, it's just upgrading from the Link's Awakening remake.
Yeah,
but it looks fucking great, man. Yeah, it's such a cool looking art style that
keep it. I think that's a high contender for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a high contender, but we do have to start deleting stuff here.
Yeah, I'll cut Marvel Rivals. I think that game looks awesome, especially
a really
in motion.
Cool art style. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the game looks cool, and I think when you play it, it definitely looks even cooler. There's just a lot going on in it, and I think they did a really good job of like characterizing these characters that we've known for so long, but putting their own twist on it.
Yeah.
But we can keep it or delete it.
This is tough, man. Because Penny's Big Breakaway looks great too. Like the game has a fantastic art style. Yeah.
I'll cut Tekken 8. I think in terms of fidelity, I think Hellblade looks higher, but like Tekken 8 has a lot more cooler effects. I think I don't know. I'll go ahead and cut Tekken. Oops.
You fucked up, Daniel. You fucked up the doc.
I did. I got it.
Ruined.
Is there anything else you want to cut?
This is hard. I mean, I love Silent Hill 2 remake the way it looked. Like what that game
even I
does
can
with
stand for that. looking at
yeah,
that game. It's
it
incredible.
looks
I just
fantastic, and
watched it.
the way that game plays with black, darkness is insane.
What game? Sorry.
Silent Hill 2.
Sure. I mean, if you want to keep it,
I do want to keep it. This is fucking hard.
Yeah, we definitely have to
shit,
start
man.
I mean, this is one of the more contentious categories every year.
Astrobot looks fantastic too.
Plucky can go because, like,
Plucky can go.
It's fine, but
it's charming. You know what I think is more charming, to be honest, is Thank Goodness You're Here and Pennies. And I think Pennies and Thank Goodness You're Here just look more charming. Like Thank Goodness is that looks like an amazing cel shaded cartoon.
If the Plucky Squire looked like the game that they announced on that trailer, we'd be having a different conversation.
Maybe, yeah.
What
about
Thank
Indie?
Goodness You're Here is good. I mean,
I played fidelity wise fucking kills it,
and it blew me away.
Yeah, like Indie's one of the best.
I text Connor and I was like, "This is fucking
good. I mean, the only game that looks better than Indie that's even out there is Hellblade, which is also on the list.
Wow, that's high praise.
Yeah,
wow.
Indiana Jones looks amazing.
All right, I guess I'll cut Space Marine.
And the fact that they got Indie to run at 60 is incredible. I mean, Machine Games, they're
top tier,
working with fucking magic over there.
I'll cut Warhammer. You guys are more passionate about other things than I am, I guess, about Warhammer. I mean, they're like,
we can cut Indie because I do think Hellblade looks better, and they're both going for fidelity, And
I think Indie's a more fun pick than a Hellblade, though.
Yeah, but Hellblade just looks. I mean, you cannot deny the graphics of that game. I didn't even fucking play it, but you can't deny how good that game looks.
I trust you then. I mean, there's 3 in a row that are for you, Connor. Really, like Pennies, Silent Hill, Life is Strange, and even Zelda. Like, there's 4 right there, back to back to back. That really you can only.
Yeah. Okay. We can cut Pennies.
Zelda look good in OLED.
Zelda does look. I'm sure it does look good in OLED.
Cut Pennies. It does look fantastic. That is one of the standout things of that game is the art style and just the color scheme. I sure do.
Yeah, he does. I don't.
I sure do, man.
We haven't really talked about Astrobot.
Because it's the best one here.
Is it?
No.
You guys ever just fuck around and play Portal on your Switch?
Yeah, I always want to play Portal.
You ever just fuck around and play Portal?
Pretty high for me.
Yeah, Metaphor. The art style is really good. It's very
Yeah.
You know what the problem is with Metaphor is Metaphor looks like a PS3 game.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It does look great. I mean, it has a really cool art direction, but
but then you have also the cutscenes and
but there's not many of them.
Sure, yeah. You get a rare anime cutscene every 6 hours.
Insane.
That's when you sit up when the anime cutscenes come on.
They don't look that. They're good, but they're not.
I love how the menus look.
Yeah, but that could run on a microwave.
You know what really bothers me about Japanese developers is when they put in the 4 different style cutscenes, and I'm like, okay, come on. And you can tell how important the cutscene is by what art style has the cutscene. Oh, Like a Dragon did that. They had like 5 different cutscenes.
Yeah. I mean, then do you want to cut Metaphor? I don't know. I'm very high. I think Metaphor's number 1.
You think Metaphor's 1? Interesting.
I mean, it is good. It's just that.
Okay, we can cut Life is Strange. It does look great.
Got to cut 3 more. I mean, I've been saying we could cut Hellblade. I think it looks awesome, but I don't know. I don't know.
I just think we have to give it top 3 for the fidelity, man. I mean, dude, that game looked like real fucking life. As far as pushing the boundaries of how good video games can look, Hellblade 2 is far and above better than any game.
Do we want to cut Thank Goodness You're Here then?
I sure should, dude.
I think that's.
It's a very unique art style.
Yeah,
it does look cool.
All right, let's cut it then.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I think it's super unique. Yeah, very cartoon-like. I don't know. For me, I guess I would pick Zelda, Metaphor, and Astro. That's what I would pick. Sounds like Connor wants Hellblade.
Yeah, my top three would be Silent Hill, Hellblade,
Oh, and Silent Hill.
and yeah, I would probably put Metaphor in top three too over the other two. Just because Echoes could really use the Switch too.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a little stinky in different areas, you know.
So we're cutting Astro, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, Astro looks
Well,
great.
Sims
Don't
is
get me
high on it,
wrong,
though.
but it's not like, holy fuck, look at this art style, you know.
Mm-hmm. I think it looks great. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you get to like interesting levels, you know, the unique level, like the Loco Roco level, like it really stands out in
Yeah.
those, you know, all those bright colors and stuff. I like the one with all the balls
doing
when
a
you're like
lot.
jumping on like the trampoline things.
Mhm.
Yeah, those look
You're
great.
spinning and
Or
you're
like the
flicking everything
horror,
around.
the not horror, but you know, like the haunted house levels. It is really good. Shit, I don't know. Maybe Astrobot is a top three.
Are you think Silent Hill is a top 3?
I do personally, just because I mean, art direction has so much to do with the horror element, and I was scared fucking
Yeah.
shitless while I was playing this game. Okay, cut Zelda.
Cut Zelda.
Cut
Okay,
Zelda,
I
yeah.
thought that was going to make it.
Yeah, cut
Alright.
Zelda.
Cutting Zelda. We got to cut one more.
If you guys want to cut Hellblade 2, I'll give up on that
What
one.
would you rather have on the top 3? Silent
I'd rather
Hill
have Silent
or
Hill
Hellblade?
because I feel like its art direction blends into the gameplay so much.
All right, cutting it. Now we have to pick a winner. For me, it's Metaphor. But I think I can go with Astro as well.
Like the art direction. If you're going for art direction, right, some of the characters in Metaphor are fucking disgusting, which is great.
Cat people.
They're
The cat
awful.
people.
The
No, but
fucking
like
cat
the
people.
humans though, you've obviously got through. You've got past the second city where the kids are going missing.
Yeah.
Like how awful was that?
Yeah, a lot of them do look good. Why is everyone so horny in that game?
It's
Yeah.
Atlas.
And I don't mean like sexually horny. I mean like they have horns coming out of their head.
And they're discriminated against.
Do you want to pick Astro?
I mean, let's be honest. A bunch of horned people walking around, so we'd all be like,
We'd all
be like, come on now.
Well, hey, what you doing with them horns?
Can't trust them.
I don't know. Astrobot. I mean, Astrobot. I don't know. It just so shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if you want to go art direction, Metaphor's like character designs, the human designs, the final boss design, the architect designs.
Like I said,
The
the menus are
fucking-
sick.
The fucking the
Menus are a
the
good
gauntlet
point.
runners. The gauntlet runners are sick.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, I mean, let's go Metaphor, man. Metaphor's a good game, man.
You
I'm
cool
down.
with that, Connor?
Hell yeah.
Give it to Metaphor? Okay. Awesome.
Objection.
All right.
And your winner for best art direction, Metaphor Refantazio.
I think all 3 of those are great choices, to be honest, though.
Me too. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our game of the year. We will narrow it down to a top 10 for our overall top 10, and then we will give our individual top 10s. Game of the year. And your nominees are Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Tekken 8, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Balatro, Princess Peach Showtime, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Stellar Blade, Senua Saga Hellblade 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Warhammer 40k and Space Marine 2, Astrobot, Little Kitty Big City, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. Thank goodness you're here. Silent Hill 2 Remake, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Metaphor Refantazio, Marvel Rivals, and Mouthwashing.
It's a good list.
Boys, here we are. Game of the year.
Game of the year. All right. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. I think I'm gonna do it again. I know that like it's a game I like. I don't love, but I like it a lot. The Princess Peach Showtime. I've been cutting it this whole time.
Game of the
I
year,
don't
game of the year, game of the year.
I don't think it lasts on this list. Yeah, I don't know how we want to tackle this. So I could start bolding stuff if you want to, like, if you think it's gonna stay. Like,
Let's get rid of Marvel Rivals. Like you've played it for 10 minutes.
I
Yeah,
played
we
it
like
for like
Overwatch.
5
But
hours.
Overwatch is better.
15 minutes.
Overwatch is definitely better, but I'm liking from what I've played so far. We can cut it if you want me to cut it. I think that there's a
Get
lot
rid
of
of
other
that.
games.
We've
I'm
got.
definitely
Let's go to.
I'm gonna
Prince of Persia,
bold.
that's top 10er. Yeah, easy.
I'm gonna bold Like a Dragon. I think
Like a
that's an easy
Dargan.
bold. I think that's staying in our top 10. I think all three of us have it. I don't think there's any way it's not.
Kunitsugami, how's that looking? Connor?
We can keep it for now. I think that's an awesome pick.
Yeah, I love Kunitsugami. It's fairly high on my top 10 list. Yeah, I very much enjoyed that game. I think it has a very unique premise, and it's just a very unique game overall.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes our top 10, so but keep it for now.
Okay. I'm gonna bold Final Fantasy because I know me and Connor are really high on it. I know that Sims is not.
Sims is too. He
think...
secretly loves this game. I can tell just the way he's talking.
Right.
He's just doing
I don't
a
know
bit.
what this game.
He's doing a bit.
It's at least
Sims, you can drop the bit. You can just be yourself.
It's not a bit. It just beat me down, and like
it's okay.
And then
it's okay. Drop the bit.
I wanted to like this game. I was excited. I was happy. I was like, yeah, number 2. But it just wanted you to do other things. It was like, oh, do you want to do the story, or you could do this dumb piece of shit. And I'm like, I don't want to do no dumb piece of shit.
This game has fantastic side quests. Fantastic.
No,
the thing, I agree. There are things in the open world elements that are bad. I agree. The tower's awful. The whole find the summon thing where you like follow a little fucking bird, awful. I agree. Bullshit. I can agree with that. There's a lot of bullshit in there.
I loved Queen's Blood.
Queen's Blood is fucking
that was
fantastic.
The only good thing. That was the only good thing about it.
No. There's character-driven side quests in this game that are fantastic.
Yeah, but when you get to every place had a side mission. I don't want it. Like I get we're in the seaside place. Like I get that Queenswood's good, but like if you didn't enjoy it, you had to do it. You had to do the tournament.
I feel like the game's.
What was if you did? You had to.
Who didn't like Queen's Blood?
Yeah, but there's people out there that was a barrier.
Who are these people? Who?
There are probably people that don't like card games.
And I enjoyed it, but I didn't like the idea that I had to do it. I didn't like the idea that I had to do the stupid boxing game, the stupid racing game. Like it's all forced. So this game could be longer. So you could be in this world for longer when really you just wanted to get to the meat and potatoes of it. If you really, this is a 2-hour game. Hi, Aerith, you're all right. Yeah, not bad. Oh, Aerith dies. Oh, bad Sephiroth. Done. We didn't need half of it. Bullshit. And they had to fucking
very much
milk
enjoyed
it
the
out for all
minigames.
his work.
The Chocobo minigame was
Just
fucking awesome.
Shit, man. Oh, it's just I don't need minigame. Let me have a choice. Don't make me do these things. Choices
I feel like
better.
you barely had to do it.
No.
Yeah,
maybe when you first got to the Golden Saucer, you had to play a little bit of it, and you certainly had to do a Chocobo race. But like, Sims, what game doesn't make you do one of the races? What giant RPG that has races as a side activity doesn't make you do one in the main story?
You've already done.
It's not like you had to play it for like fucking 10 hours.
Yeah, but you had to do that. You had to do that tournament, didn't you? You had to do that Queenswood tournament.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but if you didn't, if I get that I kind of liked it.
You loved it.
But if you really didn't enjoy it, you're there to play Final Fantasy. You're there to play turn-based.
And what Final Fantasy... You're there to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and what Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a giant open world game with a million different fucking things to do. That's what the game is.
But the first one,
He just doesn't like
wasn't.
being forced to do things.
And that's,
He wants
I think
the
that's,
ability.
I don't
that's
think
fair,
that's
but
unreasonable. I don't think
No,
it's
I mean,
it's
I'm
not
gonna.
unreasonable.
I'll say like a dragon does the same thing. They make you do the
Yeah.
island, even if you don't want to do it.
only for like, I get that, but
I don't
suppose
think
I
they
enjoy
make
it.
you
Great
do
point,
Tsushima.
Daniel. It's great
yeah,
fucking
but I
point.
You
get
like that
but
one,
not.
you know. But it's like most RPGs do that.
I
I'm
understand
with.
you
I
didn't
am-
like that. I understand you didn't like the side activities, but that's just you. You know.
I'm with you, Sims. Though I don't force me to do something. You're gonna make me not like it. But I
And
did
then,
like a lot of Rebirth.
but then they could have got me back, and like we all know what happens in the game, so I'll just spoil it. They didn't commit to killing her,
No, they
and
did.
that bothered me.
No, they did though. The problem is that Cloud as a character is fighting against that. He doesn't think it
Well,
happened, but it did.
But why? Why can't? Why is it got to be
Because
so
this is the second
complicated?
game in a trilogy. That's
Why
the
has it got to be
problem.
so complicated?
I don't know.
He could have just killed her, or
Yeah.
he blocked it. Like the way they did it is why I didn't like it. Oh, he's blocked it. Oh, he saved her. Oh no, she's dead.
It's
Like,
because of the multi-timeline thing.
yeah,
That's
but
the.
no, we don't need that. Connor
I know
doesn't
we
like
don't.
it.
I
Connor,
know.
Connor,
I
do you
know.
like it?
Well,
I don't like the multiverse stuff either. What you're saying about the ending, I agree with. It is confusing. It is a little like, what are we doing here? But we have to see the third game to see how this actually pans out. You know,
Yeah, but I still.
and it
yeah,
is
but
a
they
huge
need to
knock
go-
against it.
that-
I
there's
agree.
another
I
thing.
agree. It is a
Zack
huge
thing-
knock
the
against
Zack
it.
thing interrupted the flow of the gameplay. There was no flow.
yeah,
that
the Zack
the
stuff
problem.
was weird.
The Zack stuff
zero
was weird.
flow
I
in that
agree.
game.
All of the Zack stuff should have been one chapter at the end.
Yeah,
That should have been DLC.
Nah, fuck
or
that.
DLC, or I don't know. I feel like I'm with you, Connor. It should just been like a chapter in the middle. You play
Yeah.
as like the Zack stuff, and then like
Just so stupid.
I agree.
There's
There
no
are a
flow.
lot
It's
of problems
so-
with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm not saying it's a perfect game. It's not. It's not by any means a perfect game. But to sum it up, there's a lot of great stuff in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
it's in our top 10 for sure. There's no way it's not. I
That's
also
all
think
I want.
Astrobot. I think Astrobot's like for sure in our top 10. I could bold that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way.
Astrobot's the top 10.
Is there anything we can?
That's
Silent Hill 2
top
remake
10.
has to be a top 10. That's my one where it's going in our top 10.
Okay. Is there anything that we want to cut? We bolded a few.
Nah.
Bold metaphor. Metaphor can stay.
Metaphor
Okay,
can stay.
metaphor seems like a good bold.
Then obviously bold Little Kitty Big City.
Obviously, bold Prince of
I
Persia.
don't think that's a bold yet. Prince of Persia is an interesting one. I think
Oh,
these
it's
here are
easily a
like
top
things
10
we're gonna
game.
have to talk about. I don't know. We'll see. It sounds like I'm the only one that's gonna push for Warhammer, so I think we can cut Warhammer. I don't think I can get that from the top 10.
If you have one where you're like, oh, this has to be in the top 10, I don't care. Like, I just did that with Silent Hill 2. I don't care that you two didn't play it. That's going in the top 10.
I think for me that would be Call of Duty.
Oh, that's going in the top 10, Daniel.
You want to hold Call of Duty? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hellblade can go. Hellblade can go. I'm the only one that beat it.
Call of Duty, but particularly the prop hunt mode.
Still prop hunt.
should go in top 10.
Let's see. I guess Tekken 8. I don't know if I can.
What
fight
do
for
we? How
higher
many do we
than
have, Boulder? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 4 more to get into our top 10.
Tekken 8 can go.
Okay, you can cut Little Kitty
Stellar
Big
Blade?
City. I've had my fun. Is
All right,
Stellar Blade still
all right.
here? Is Stellar Blade on the? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, you can.
Do we want to cut Stellar?
Let's hold off. Hold
It's
off.
not.
Let's just see. Let's just see.
I'll say this. It's not in my top 10.
Not in your top 10. Okay. It is very.
Stellar Blade is
It's
not
very
in
low in my top
I
10.
like Space Marine higher.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay, we can cut it then.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, we can cut.
Okay.
I enjoyed the game quite a bit, but yeah, I don't think.
Is it? You don't think you can keep it on for?
No, not necessarily.
I mean, I guess I got to cut mouthwashing. I don't know if I can really argue it more.
Well,
than
hang on.
it is.
You can give it a minute.
I mean, it's not mouthwashing is not that high on my list.
What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're only cutting one more. for a top 10,
Two
right?
more.
Or two
We're
more.
cutting
Okay.
2 more.
Oh, it says the numbers right there. I'm a fucking idiot.
We're cutting 2 more.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Never mind.
You fucking
Balatro would be one I would want to push onto the list and keep it on.
Yeah, I would say keep Elatro out of these.
I know that this might be a little controversial because I know that Connor does not like this game and I haven't played it. But just for how passionate Sims is, I think we should keep Thank Goodness You're Here, even if it's not high on the list. I think just for Sims himself, I think that should be one to keep. I would say, because I assume that that's going to be like top 3 for him. You know,
okay, we can keep
I mean?
it, but then we have to give Rebirth 1.
Yeah. With this, I think we got to cut mouthwashing. It's not that high on my list, and I don't think I can keep it higher.
I'd really want to keep Prince of Persia as well.
Prince of Persia's decently. Prince of Persia is decently high on my list. I see Metaphor like, it would be really high if like I had beaten it. Like I already love it so much for what I've played. How high is Kinetsugami on your list, Connor? You said it's really high, right? I would like to keep it on this list. That's a
Pretty
fun,
fucking high. What do we got to cut? One more?
One more.
You guys are super passionate about Prince of Persia, so I'll concede and cut. Because
Would you rather cut? I see Indie's a good one too. I don't know.
That's hard.
This is a hard cut, whatever we cut here.
I guess it's kind of just up to me on that because I'm the only one that played both of those.
I mean, we can cut something. I don't know.
Fuck, man, you're gonna have to cut Indie. That kind of sucks, but
I don't want to cut Indie.
I do like Kinetsugami a bit more personally, but yeah,
I don't want to cut Indie though.
Yeah, but you've not played Indie, have you? Like
No.
I played an hour of it, and like I wanted it to be Dishonored, but it wasn't. It was a very.
You gotta let it be its own thing.
It looked good, but it just felt clunky. I didn't like the feel of it.
Do we really cut Indie?
Yeah, I do like Kinetsugami more.
Okay, it's really high. It's higher on my list. Do we cut?
I don't get why Call of Duty's on that list.
Do we cut? Hold on. Do we cut Balatro? I know I bolded it already because it's higher on my list. But like, do we want to cut?
Thank goodness you're here. What is that?
Yeah, but why is Call of Duty on the list?
Why is thank goodness you're here?
Because it's high on both me and Connor's list. And
is that because you had like a nostalgic?
No.
Is it because you had like a nostalgic 2 hours?
It's because it's the best Call of Duty game since fucking Modern Warfare 2. And not the fucking bad Modern Warfare 2, the one in fucking 2009.
Modern Warfare 2 is good.
Oh, whatever.
But it is one of the best Call of Duties in like 10 years. That's why.
Yeah, no, me and Daniel both agree. Call of Duty should remain on the list.
I mean,
I've never been pushed back so hard in my life. No, because you two like Balatro, right?
I like Call of Duty
So do
more.
we want to cut? Thank goodness you're here. I mean, I know that it's like.
No.
Yeah, I know if it's super high.
You gotta cut Indie. You gotta cut Indie.
All right. That's just.
I've been saying that one of us have played. I mean, I don't want to cut it. Like, don't get me wrong. The first 15 minutes.
I think Indie deserves to be in the top 10 personally, but
I will concede.
How passionate are you with Prince of Persia?
I don't. If you want, no, I like Prince of Persia. I prefer Prince of Persia over Thank Goodness You're Here.
Then I think we cut Thank Goodness You're Here then.
Like Thank Goodness You're Here, it made me laugh. Prince of Persia I had a great time.
All right.
You're a piece of shit, by the way. Just thought I'd let you know that. And I hope you're related to Jeffrey Dahmer somehow. All right.
I don't think so.
Said it.
I don't think so.
I think you are because you're a fucking psychopath. I said it.
Chop you up and eat you alive.
All right, now.
I bet your house stinks of dead bodies.
Not a house, but I wish.
So now we got our top 10. Now it's about placing them. So how do we want to go about placing these? So I guess we have to look at like passions, right? So like, Silent Hill seems like a good 10, just for the fact that Connor is the only one kind of pushing for it. Or maybe, or no, I guess I'll give it to, I'll pass it to Connor for these 3 because these are definitely 3 him.
Oh, it's gone.
How would you do Kinetsugami, Silent Hill, and Indie? Would it be
do Silent Hill,
Kinetsu, Silent Hill?
I mean, Silent Hill should be way higher.
So it's Indie number 10.
I'm fine with that.
I love how passionate he is about Silent Hill.
Oh, that was fucking great. I'll die on that fucking hill. That's Silent Hill.
I think you need to come here and just live with Natalie and talk about Silent Hill.
Hey, is she single?
No.
She want to be?
Okay.
No.
Is Path Kinetsugami?
I'll come over there, raise your kids.
Just get have them. I just rang my daughter to see if she's all right.
You come live here. You go drive a forklift, and I'll go raise your kids.
Okay. Can you cook?
Pop-Tarts. They'll be all right.
Make coffee.
They'll be all right. Yeah, I sure as fuck can make coffee.
Yeah, is Path of Kinetsugami, is that next? Is that number 9?
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Metaphor Refund Hazio Kinetsugami Path of the Goddess. What a game. Now I would go COD.
COD or Prince of Persia is what I was looking at.
That's up to you guys. I'm Prince.
Prince of Persia where?
Either so we're basically at the 8th slot right now.
I'd say Call of Duty 8.
So Sims, how do you feel about Metaphor compared to Prince of Persia? You're the only one that's really beat Metaphor, and me and you have beat Prince of Persia. So, like, how do you feel about those two? Like, for me, for what I've played of Metaphor, I would probably put Metaphor higher, even though Metaphor's not my list because I haven't beaten it.
A Metaphor is definitely.
You put Metaphor higher?
For a complete package, yes.
Okay.
For like Prince of Persia, for like gameplay, like that's top tier shit. Fighting, the running, the skills, the twitchy gameplay. Oh man, you know when you're pulling off them sick bad boy moves, like they'd like you look at a puzzle, you're like, am I doing that? And you're like, what? And you'd like, yeah, man, I've done it.
Okay.
The noises I make as well, Connor.
So do we think? You think Call of Duty?
What kind of noises Prince makes?
Call of Duty doesn't belong in his list.
Yeah, personally, I would think with how much Sims hates it, yeah, put it next.
Okay.
It's an abomination.
Then I can concede with Silent Hill 2 being at 6 because I'm the only one that played it.
It is a 6.
I can succeed to that.
Okay.
Right, and now number 5
gotta get feel for these next ones. Would it be because of like I know we don't want to like keep rehashing Rebirth. Would Rebirth be 5 then?
Yeah, 100%.
I think Balatro should be 5.
That's the two that I'm looking at. I think it's either Rebirth or Balatro higher. I guess that goes to. I guess Sims, you haven't played any of Balatro, right?
No, I don't think I could. I'm a very stupid person. I don't think I'd understand it.
Do Balatro 5 because Sims secretly likes Rebirth.
No,
he doesn't secretly like
really.
He likes
there's no secret.
Yeah, that's not even a secret. You're right. There is no secret, Sims. You do like
I'm going to be the biggest hypocrite ever.
So you're saying Balatro below or above Metaphor?
I mean, I really like what I played of Metaphor. It's not in my top 10 because I haven't beat it.
Me too, yeah.
So
I
really like what I played of it thus far.
Yeah.
So I would say keep Metaphor. Okay. So then I would go Balatro and then put Final Fantasy just because, we all like it. So.
No, we don't. No.
I
don't think you'll understand it. I don't like it.
You love it. I know you've been saying that all year, but I just don't believe you.
So
don't believe you.
All right. So how does that look? So it goes Balatro, Metaphor.
Can you
Rebirth?
refresh it? Oh, don't matter.
How does that
like
look?
Like a Dragon, Astro Ball.
No.
Yeah, we haven't.
I would say we do Rebirth below Metaphor. Because just because I think we all very much like this game. Yeah, and I know Sims would definitely have it above Rebirth. And obviously me and you, we haven't beaten it, so we would we don't have it, but I would say
I have Rebirth above Balatro in my list.
Me too.
So I think that fits. That's
I mean, you'll see my top 10 in a minute.
So Sims, how do you is this fine with Metaphor? Because you're definitely the one that's beaten it. Is kind of as high as you think it could go? Do you like it more than Infinite Wealth or Astro? How's your passion for that?
How's your passion, Sims? Tell me.
I've just played it.
Look,
I've
I'm
just
thinking.
finished it.
Yeah.
Like, I've had time to think about it. I've listened to spoiler casts.
I'll finish it within the next 10 years.
Michael Heim. Honestly, the kind of funny spoiler cast of that is, I don't like it personally, but I'm an arsehole, so.
Yeah. How do you feel about like it compared to those two games?
I think it could change. 2 and 3 could change every day, so I think I'm happy with it right now.
You're happy? Okay. All right. So I think I'm kind of with you and kind of Connor. So I guess now we got to discuss like what's 1 and what's 2. Kind of get the passion.
Oh no, number 1 is Like a Dragon with a Bullet. Easy.
Connor?
I like Astrobot more personally.
Oh, you fucking wanker.
I'm sorry. Look, I love Like a Dragon. I don't want to turn this into a whole Connor doesn't like a Dragon thing. Because I love that game. I think it was fucking awesome. But I just
I think we all had a good time with it.
Yeah, I just think, I mean, there's a couple games I actually have above both of those, but I think Astrobot was just we all had a good time playing throughout the entire thing. There were down periods in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. There were points where I was like, this isn't quite hitting. That never happened with Astrobot.
Yeah, it's also a much shorter experience, so that you're not going to have as much downtime. I'm with Sims. I think Infinite Wealth is number 1.
I think Astrobot had
totally fine with that.
I mean, Infinite Wealth for me, like I always had something else to do. I think the main story is the weakest part. I think everything else was brilliant. It's
definitely a character-driven game.
Yeah, every side story was great.
Every character is so memorable. All the main cast, the new characters that they added. Sujimon was so fun. I loved Sujimon.
Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii is a new
that,
area. It's so cool, very beautiful.
And I know that's like my first ever introduction to the world of Yakuza, but
I mean, that's a good introduction.
I put Like a Dragon on today. I put Like a Dragon on 3 days ago, and I was like, I miss Hawaii, and I'd play it for 5 minutes. I was like, I did not go into Hawaii in this game.
That's fine. I mean, that's kind of the problem with this is like, there's nothing I could say to convince you guys over an 80-hour game that you guys played, you know, and you guys played all of Astrobot.
I love Astrobot.
There's nothing you could say really. It's like, it's kind of the weird thing we do with Game of the Year. It's just like, there's nothing you can say when you played the game, you know? Like, there's nothing I'm going to say to convince you when you played Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth for 80 fucking hours and you played Astrobot for 20 hours or whatever, you know?
It's definitely a passion thing, right? That's kind of where it is, I think.
A game that I spent 3 months of my life on.
Yeah.
Because I started it in January and finished it end of March.
That's
crazy. Just looking at the timeline of it. But yeah,
is this the Nerdic Gods top 10?
Nerdic Gods top 10.
I'm gonna say before you read them off, man, we got one of the more unique lists, I think, that I've seen so far. I think I've seen a lot of people's lists that are kind of
really.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I see. The reason why is because I think
the only thing that we have is super unique is Like a Dragon. I want
that, and I think Kinetsugami and Indie in top 10.
Indie's in everyone's top 10.
But the reason Like a Dragon is not in people's top 10 is because it came out in January and people just don't.
That's true. Yeah,
and also,
I don't think a lot of people played Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, to be honest.
But I think the problem is with Like a Dragon is that there's so many of them, and people are just burnt out. People burnt out years ago.
It's not even burnout. It's just a huge barrier to entry. I just think a lot of people haven't even given the franchise a chance because there's so many.
For sure.
I think the barrier to entry literally got.
And the problem with Infinite Wealth in particular is that it's so heavily Kiryu that people are probably turned off. Like, oh, this is, you know, about this guy who's in 10 other fucking games, you know?
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I like our top 10.
Yeah, I love our top 10. I think it's great.
And your Game of the Year winner for the Nerd Gods 2024 is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
You want to read off the top 10?
Yeah. The entire top 10 goes like this. Number 1, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Number 2, Astrobot. Number 3, Metaphor Refantasio. Number 4, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Number 5, Balatro. Number 6, Silent Hill 2 Remake. Number 7, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Number 8, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Number 9, Kunitsugami: Path of the Goddess. Number 10, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And number 11, Little Kitty Big City.
What a great list. Man, this year was awesome. I wish I could have played more games this year, but yeah.
Yeah, how'd you guys feel about the year overall? Because it's a good year. It's definitely weaker in 2023. I think 2023 is really going to be looked back at as like an all-time year for video games.
sure.
And I think it's kind of hard coming off that year. But I still think it was a very solid year. Not as good as I thought it'd be. I thought we were going to kind of continue rolling with the 2023 thing. Dipped a bit from that, but yeah, I don't know.
It's going to continue with 2025, though.
Until GTA gets
2025 is like
delayed, Daniel.
Yeah, true.
Don't worry, Nintendo coming through, though. Let's go with that 3D Mario.
Yeah, personally for me, it's been a weird old year. Like I believe my year was Like a Dragon for 3 months, Final Fantasy for 3 months, a bit of a lull. I mean, there was like Prince of Persia in the middle of that somewhere, and then a bit of a lull because of the football in the summer. Obviously, I've been running as well, so a lot of my spare time has gone into like
exercise. Yeah.
I've lost loads of weight. I'm fit as a fiddle.
No, that's great. All exercise.
But yeah, like I'd say 3 games. I honestly, I don't have a top 10 really. There's one game I don't want in there, but I played it. So
okay. Hey, we're gonna roll into our top 10s now.
Yeah.
Steven Sims, sounds like you want to go first, so take it away, bud.
Okay, I'm not final.
It's at the bottom, so you can show this, Connor. I mean, I'm going to type it in for him.
You want to type as I write?
'Cause I need to send out a thing. Go for it.
So number 10
Number 10.
is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Loves it. In his top 10. Loves it.
Hate it. That's because there is no other more. Number 9, lastminute.com. I know you don't like remasters, but Dead Rising.
That's fine. This is your list.
I played it. I played about 10 hours this week alone, doing the same thing. But I think the improvements they've done to it, the fact that you can read the text, just the nice glossy feeling, the controls, like it just feels great. Like I'm really happy with how it's come out with. Number 8. I had a good time. Me and Natalie, we played Power World together. It was nice. It was a good time. It's not as corny and it's not as cheesy as I thought it would be. I'm not really into survival worlds. Like, they're not my jam. Like any at all. Right? It's been really. I've got like a short. I don't know. I get bored very easily.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if there's not a goal, there's not a goal. If that makes sense.
Sure. A little aimless. Yeah, I understand.
What number are we on?
We're at number 8. Dead Rising at number 9.
No, you said Power World 8.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My apologies. Yeah, we didn't have enough Power World here in this group, so it might have been on some more things. Like
it was okay. It's good. It was a good time. Like
we're on number 7.
Number 7 played this recently. Quiet Place.
What's the full name of that game?
Simply, A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead. Simply because it really did, until you kind of figured out the game. It really did capture the shut the fuck up. Do you know what I mean? Or like, we've watched the movies, haven't we? We've seen all 3. Have we seen all 3 now?
I've only seen the first one.
I've seen all 3.
Yeah, like very much like hold your breath. Even when you're watching the movie, like you feel like you need to be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a deadly silence as well. And then the melodramatic. Spoilers. You're never gonna play it. She's pregnant. Everyone seems to die around her. Like the first 5 minutes, like she's with this partner she loves. He stumbles on a branch and he's dead, gone. It's like fucking hell. That's the title sequence. So then and then her dad dies. She's pregnant. Her mother-in-law kills her dad. It's crazy. Like, it's very melodramatic. She's got asthma. That's the worst part of the game. Like, she's got enough going on. Don't give her asthma.
You have to use an inhaler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? That's cool.
But then that makes noise.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
And then she will have her asthma attack.
Did you say she's pregnant?
Nightmare. Oh yeah, she's pregnant. Yeah,
That's
pregnant,
nuts.
asthmatic.
What a horrible
Dad's
situation.
dead. Dad's dead. Dad's dead. Boyfriend's dead. Mother-in-law hunting her.
Hunting her? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I should play this.
Mental. It's all right. It's not. It's a good
All
4
right.
hours.
Okay. I'll play it.
And number 6?
Plucky Squire. I've spoken about this about 1,000 times. Like I said, I've said it 1,000 times. I feel like their vision, they didn't have enough time, didn't have enough money.
But you still
Couple
like
more years. Yeah, I had a good time. It was nice. Put it on easy. I put it on nice and easy. Just enjoyed the story. Very charming. And then this could change every day. Once the top 5 is the top 5.
You're in number 5, yeah.
This could change. Any of these games could change. So right now, like I think Prince of Persia, I had a really good time. Like Prince of Persia would have been number 1. Maybe
That's your number 5, Prince of Persia.
Maybe if you spoke to me in June, it would have been number 1.
It's an amazing game.
And then this could change. Like I said, I keep saying it could change.
What's your number 4?
I'd say Metaphor.
Metaphor.
Yeah, like I love the game. I'm really proud of I know it sounds really stupid. I'm really proud of myself that I finished it because I nearly stopped. I nearly gave up because I was so determined not to look at the calendar. I was like, I think a lot of them are yearly games, aren't they? That like a year they work on a year.
They're almost like Persona 5 is not quite a year, but
yeah. So I was in like I think it starts in where does it start in June or something?
June, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously it was like June, July, and I think I got to like August, and I was like, "This is a solid year. I'm nowhere near the end." And my clock was sitting at 60, and I was like, "I don't think I've got enough patience for it."
Dude, if that game was
And
a
I
full
Googled
year.
Yeah, it would
exactly,
be so long.
I'm at the end of August, and like I've played it for like 40 hours.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I was with you.
Yeah,
Like, and obviously I spent a little more time with it, but yeah, looking at it, and I was like, right, I can get through it, and I did. I'm glad I did. I really enjoyed it, and then even by the end, I chose to spend more time like grinding. I didn't need to do this one like last boss, but I thought I've spent enough time in this game. I kind of have to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I get all the juice I can out of it. But like I said, this can keep changing because I've been looking at this. I've been looking at this for ages.
Your number 3?
Astrobot.
Astro.
Yeah. This is a great time. The complete package in it: music, visuals, history, nostalgia. I know you don't like them. Haptics,
It's just a fun
everything.
platformer.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. It's absolutely incredible. Like,
yeah.
And I think we all knew when this game was announced and released. We knew like none of us were shocked. Like, oh, it's fucking 9 out of 10. Or it's a 10 out of 10. It's incredible. Like, and this little thing. They don't rely too much on like the PlayStation nostalgia. Like. They could have rammed it down our throats. They could have named every character and then like gave us box art for the games. So like, oh, look at where he's from. Look. No, they just named him like.
And they're like clever names too. They're not like, oh, this is Solid Snake. It's like, yeah. And then your number 2.
2 on what? I don't know.
You gotta pick.
I'm so confused because I can't even think of like.
I
what
know
is
exactly
number...
the 2.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm so confused. What am I forgetting?
You'll get there.
Okay, go ahead.
What's your number 2 and what's your number 1, Sims? I know what the both games are, so.
Why am I so confused on this?
Number 2 is Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth.
Yeah.
What the fuck is 1?
I had a great time. Like I've given you some shit over the year, Daniel, to play the game, but
I'm glad you started the franchise. I'm glad
I think that you like your love and respect, your love and like the fact that you like dedicated like your whole life a couple of years ago to
throughout the show. Yeah, throughout the show it was me playing.
It's been a and that's what makes my joke funnier. Yeah, I'm glad I started it, and I'm in love with a man named Ichiban, like, and how daft and silly he is, and like
great ass.
Yeah, honestly, I can't think highly. I love Hawaii. I loved I love how caring this man is. Like the ending, like it was emotional when he was carrying that man and like just getting things pulled at him, and like it was emotional, man. I was like, I love this man. Like I'd love to meet this man in real life. He's so daft and goofy, but he's got the biggest heart in the world. And like, and that honestly, for someone, he's not a real person. I feel so much love and compassionate towards him. So yeah, I miss him, and that sounds stupid.
You marry him.
Yeah,
I
right.
should marry him. Yeah, you fucking little bitch. And
And then
then number one, it sounds so stupid, but like
it's not. This is your
it's
list.
thank goodness you're here. Like this
That's
game
awesome.
is
I love
so
that.
British, so stupid, and I've never been so happy playing a video game. I don't think I've been happier.
That's
I don't
awesome.
think I've ever been
I want
happier
to. I
playing a
want to
video
play this
game.
for you.
I'm just so
Sims?
it's so funny. It's so
Sims,
funny.
I'll play this tonight for you.
You have to play it, and if
I'll
you
beat
don't
it tonight
like
for
it,
you.
I get it. You're not
Okay.
you're not British. I suppose you have to be
I
British.
love British
Maybe
humor,
you don't
though.
have to be
I love
British.
British
Like,
humor, though. I will beat it tonight just for you. I'll beat
it's
it tonight for you.
so funny. It's
Okay.
so good. It's just so funny. Like,
Yeah.
if you can laugh once, I'd be happy. So fuck you, Connor.
And that's his top 10.
I didn't say anything. It's a
I
great
did-
list,
I did-
Sims. I'm
It is a
happy you
great
like.
list.
Thank goodness you're here too.
Since I have mine in here, Connor, do you want to like type in yours while I go through
I
mine?
kind of already scrolled past yours, so if you want to just go through yours.
Okay. Well, no. Do you want? I was gonna say, do you want to go put mine there so that you can like start typing in yours?
Oh, sure.
That way it's there.
What do you mean there?
Unless you want me. Well, I have it at
Like
the
I
bottom
can't
of the...
reach mine and have yours on screen at the same time.
Oh, I see. I see. So do you want?
Do you want me to just do mine next, or
I can just do mine. Mine's already there.
Okay, go ahead.
If you want to just scroll down.
Yeah.
So my number 10 is Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. I think it's awesome. I think we need more games that are just fun, kind of harkening back to the 360 era, third-person shooters, just killing hordes of aliens, super great, super charming. I can't wait to see when they make a Space Marine 3, because I know this one did really well, so there's no way they're not making a Space Marine 3. And I think if they give it the budget that it needs, it could be amazing. This is a new one, is Marvel Rivals. I know that this is fresh, but I really love this game. I'm going to definitely keep playing this game. I hope they just don't drop the ball with like patches, and that's kind of what happened to Overwatch. They kind of patched it too much. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun trying to play all the different heroes. Like I played some last night, and I'm like trying out like all the different heroes. They have like tanks, healers, and damage. There's a few standouts for me. Like Iron Fist is really good. I used Psylocke last night, and I was popping off. Your boy was going crazy. I basically won a game by myself, just destroying people with Psylocke. Yeah, definitely want to keep playing it though. Number 8, surprising. This is also one I very new, just played it last night. Is Mouth Watching. Super story driven. Definitely want you guys to check it out. I guess Nat I would recommend this to Nat to play, but I guess if she's already watched it, she knows.
Yeah, I think there was she watched this, but then is it the Cabin one that just came out? She chose to play that herself.
I don't know this one.
Something Cabin, but yeah, she likes this.
Okay, and then Connor, yeah, I would definitely recommend you to play Mouth Watching. It's not very long. It's like 3 hours.
Yeah, I would.
Super
I just
cheap
wish it was on console. I don't.
Yeah, I know. I wish it was too. It's only $12 on Steam. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not long
Yeah.
too. So. Yeah, maybe
It's
I'll
not
get around to it.
I would really recommend. Like,
Yeah.
I know you like your horror, so it's like, and it isn't like over the top horror. It's very psychological. I think you'd really.
I'll get to it eventually.
Number 7, Tekken 8. I love Tekken. I think you guys know I like Tekken a lot. Definitely not my favorite Tekken. Like, I think Tekken 3 is probably still my favorite all-time Tekken, but I just love Tekken. So fun to just beat people up. I just love punching people.
You should do it in real life.
Fucking
Feel
psycho.
great.
Jesus
Yeah, I
Christ.
just love punching people. Yeah.
Really old people.
I just
And
run
women.
down the street and punch old people and babies.
Love it. Love it. Remember when that was like a trend on the internet?
Yeah. Number 6 for me, Prince of Persia, Lost Crown. Again, me and Sims kind of hashed it out a lot. Like the game just is so fun to play, whether you're doing combat or just
Solving
jumping puzzles and exploring. Um,
The fact that I had a game breaking bug right at the end, and I came back as soon as it was fixed,
Still
like
did that,
within
yeah.
minutes. That shows how much of a good I love that game.
Yeah, and especially like a genre like Metroidvanias that are like we get so many Metroidvanias.
Yeah.
You know, so many. And then for Ubisoft to like let the Rayman team do this, like that's awesome. I wish they could have made a sequel to this, but
Pisses me off.
that sucks because this is awesome.
Yeah,
They
you guys better
definitely-
enjoy it. This is Ubisoft's last good game.
Yeah, right.
Ubisoft's last game.
Until they get sold to Tencent. Or wait till Prince of Persia with fucking microtransactions next time.
But yeah, love that game. My number 5, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I love Black Ops 6. It's so good. I love to see a good Call of Duty.
Shout out to Prop Hunt.
I still have not played a match at Prop Hunt. I would like to, I keep forgetting to do that.
It would have been probably number 1 if you would have played Prop.
It probably would have been. We could have
Probably,
pushed it higher.
probably. Yeah, it could have been way up there.
Yeah, the multiplayer's so good. The campaign's so fun. Yeah, it's just a really good entry in Call of Duty. Number 4, Balatro. Love Balatro. Not my favorite kind of roguelike deck builder, but like it is super fun. It makes like the simple deck-based 52 cards feel new and fresh. Yeah, it's just a great game. I love that only one guy made this game, and this game is as popular as it is. That's awesome. It's like we haven't really seen that since like Stardew Valley, you know. And for it to be like nominated at the Game Awards for Game of the Year, that's incredible. Like, good for him. Can't wait to see what that guy does next. My number 3
He
is
looks like he'd win a
Rebirth.
fight.
Huh?
The guy that makes Balatro, he looks like he'd win a fight.
I don't think he's ever showed his face.
Yeah, as he was on the screen on Game Awards.
No, he wasn't. They no, that was not the guy. Remember they walked up and they were like, "Local Funk, we're getting on behalf of him." I think they just know the guy.
Oh, I thought
That
it
was
was
not
him.
him.
It looked like Jack Reacher. It looked like he'd kill you.
That was not him.
Who are you talking about? We need to find
Some
this
bloke.
guy.
Every time they mentioned the game, they went to the guy in the stadium in the vet.
That was just people representing him.
Yeah, I don't remember this either.
Yeah, big shoulders.
Okay. Big shoulders, man.
Big shoulders guy. All right, cool.
My number 3 is Rebirth. Yeah, I love Rebirth. So good. It's definitely weaker than Remake, but I still really like Rebirth a lot. The combat's just excellent. The music is excellent. The character moments are so good. Yeah, it's an achievement of a game for sure, but it definitely has its problems that I hope like they kind of like alleviate in the third final game. My number 2, Astrobot. I love Astrobot. I was so excited for this game. This is just an amazing platformer. Like, we just don't get platformers except for Nintendo, you know. I'm just happy that it exists, and I hope that we get more Astrobot in the future. And then my number 1 is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. It's
Like a
just
Dargan.
so good. I love it so much. Love the franchise. Definitely have problems with it. It definitely has its lulls in the game. The ending, I feel like, could have been stronger. But like the representation of Kiryu in this game was so good, especially for someone that has played everything. Like going through all the memories that you go through in Kamurocho and stuff, just definitely hit hard. Yeah, that's my top 10.
Hell yeah, sick. Did you guys have any honorable mentions, by the way?
I mean, I can
I guess I forgot
pull up.
forgot to ask.
Let's do yours, and then let's do some honorable mentions after that.
Okay, cool. My top 10.
Do you want me to type it in for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so note, I am playing Metaphor, and I do feel like Metaphor would certainly be in my top 10 had I beaten it. It would certainly, I think it would be in my top 5, top 3, maybe even number 1. I don't fucking know. I haven't beaten it yet, but it would be high up there. So my 10 would get kicked off the list eventually once I do beat Metaphor, which should be within the month. So that being said, guys, my number 10, Little Kitty Big City. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
I'm so happy I didn't beat Metaphor so it could be on the list, you know. Look at me. What a game, you know. The cat simulator Stray wished it was. Oh my God. It really is a good game. I really did have a charming little time with this game. And Daniel remembers me talking about it. It's like a quick 3-hour experience. You're just running around a town as a cat, and it's a good fucking time, man. And it's funny. It's got a good sense of humor.
Struggling to climb on the wall. I just like, if I can't do that, I'm a cat. Like,
well, cats do have a hard time climbing on walls. Actually, you know, it's go get your cat. Tell them to climb on the wall. So yeah, I like that it's in there. I think it's funny. My number 9, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Fun little fighting game. If you're a big Dragon Ball fan, I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's it definitely looks cool, very flashy, and it's fun once you get the controls down. Huge learning curve, but once you get past that, it's a good time. My number 8, Stellar Blade. I had a great time with Stellar Blade. I think the combat's excellent in this game. Love the ass, great ass. Cool world. It's definitely just. I think Daniel keeps comparing it to Nier, and it's trying to be Nier, and it definitely seems like it is just trying to be Nier. I respect that. It's also just got a lot of the Matrix elements in there too, and it's just trying to be that, and like it pulls from a bunch of different things throughout entertainment. But I do think that they landed the plane pretty well on this game, and it was a good time. It was a good time.
And I think a sequel could be even better.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. It is definitely one of those where I would love to see what this team does with a sequel, because I think they could knock that out of the park, and you know maybe that'll end up being higher.
Story better. Maybe hire some.
It's fun to have new IPs, you know, that like I'm excited to see the future of.
Yes, we always want to see new IP.
Right, exactly. My number 7, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I love this game's story, love the characters. Like I was saying, it really does feel like the 4th hidden Indiana Jones movie. I wasn't in love with all the gameplay elements. The stealth is fine. I wasn't in love with the combat, so that's why it's kind of lower on my list. But I do think it is one of the standout stories of the year, and I love the exploration, love the puzzles, and the game looks absolutely beautiful. So yeah, number 7. My number 6, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Getting up there. Call of Duty game. Never would have guessed the fucking Call of Duty game is in my top 10
I'm just glad you checked
the last year.
You know, I play every year.
Hey, shout out to Game Pass, man, because I would have never played it without Game Pass. So shout out to Game Pass for giving me that option there. And dude, the campaign in this game was fucking awesome. Yeah. I really, it was like playing through a Michael Bay movie. You know, it's really fun to play through. Really unique levels too within the campaign that I really loved, and great characters. And then shout out to Prop Hunt, dude. Prop Hunt's so fucking fun. I always love Prop Hunt in the Treyarch Call of Duty games, so seeing it come back is awesome. And then the multiplayer just in general, dude. I got to like level like 50 in the multiplayer, and that was a good time. Awesome. Yeah, it is because of that movement, right? That
you probably played just about as much as me.
Yeah, dude. Like. Yeah, I had such a great time with the multiplayer, with everything in that Call of Duty, and I never would have expected it to be in my top 10.
It's just a great package. Like I didn't really get to play zombies, but like, man, great campaign. The multiplayer
and zombies. I forgot about zombies. I had a good time playing zombies. I didn't delve into it that much, but from what I did play with it, I had a good time with zombies as well.
Just a full package, you know.
I had one good evening with zombies, and it was a good time.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to check out the zombies.
My number 5, Kinitsugami, Path of the Goddess. This is where this one goes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this game.
This game for you.
Yeah, man, it is such a fun, unique idea that Capcom made here. Just a really cool strategy game / character action thing. Yeah, just like what they made here. I don't know where they came up with this idea, but I'm glad they did, because it's really fucking fun, really awesome. And by the time you get to the end and you kind of put everything together in your mind and how this whole thing works, it's just a really satisfying game. Number 4 then, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Is my second Like a Dragon game. Very much enjoyed it. Love Kazuga as a character. Fucking awesome. You guys are right with Hawaii. Hawaii as a backdrop is so fucking cool. And then the side missions, I got to shout out, man. Sujimon was fucking incredible.
Sujimon's so
I didn't even get into the Animal Crossing thing, you know? And like that's how deep this game is. I played it for like 80 fucking hours. I didn't even touch the Animal Crossing thing except for the part in the main mission where you had to. But yeah, really enjoyed the game. some of the story elements fell a little flat for me at points, and I obviously I don't have the Kiryu, not obviously, but I don't have the Kiryu connection that Daniel has for playing 20 other fucking games.
No, I think it's like 50.
Yeah, 100 other games, whatever it is. Yeah, 300 other games. I don't know. So yeah, those elements fell a little bit flat for me, but I really do enjoy it. Shout out to Danny Trejo as well.
Oh yeah, he's the villain.
Yeah.
My number 3, Astrobot. Nice. Man, this has got to be like the best surprise of this year, because we did not know about this game at the beginning of the year.
Only rumors.
You remember, this game got announced in May and came out in September, and that just is fucking rumors. Awesome. That's all we had, rumors, and it was just such like it was becoming like a dream thing of like, oh, imagine if we got a full-scale Astrobot game at some point, And we got that, and and they nailed it. They did it perfectly, right?
I remember like do a full game.
Yeah, give me a full fucking 10-hour experience with this, and that's exactly what they did. They gave us exactly what we wanted. I have no complaints about Astrobot. That's
it took 3 years to make this game.
Astrobot is the only game I have no complaints with. You know what I mean? Yeah, it might not be number 1, but I have no complaints about Astrobot at all. And shout out to the PlayStation levels. I love the local Roco level. That made me download that game. I didn't end up liking that game, but like, it's just cool that Astrobot made me go and check out a different game that I never even really heard of before that,
For sure. Like, man, that game's just incredible. It's like 60 people made this game in 3 years, and it's this good.
Yeah. Love it.
It's like they went from Playroom, and like immediately the next year we're starting development, and then it came out in 2024.
Yeah.
Like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, that's what an achievement.
So cool. And like, I just hope that team keeps rolling along with these,
so much passion
keeps making these, and give me an Astrobot kart game. Do that,
dude. That would be so.
That'd be
sick.
So cool if they make a kart game.
That would be so sick. And then you could be the different Astros.
Yeah, like exactly. Like you already have the characters there,
It's
and like you can bring in all the third-party characters too, like playing as the Snake Astrobot, playing as the fucking whatever Ape Escape ones, whatever Resident Evil ones. It'd be so cool. You could really delve into just like Nintendo's style here and make like a Smash clone out of Astrobot, make a kart racer out of Astrobot if you really wanted to, and that'd be cool.
That's a great.
But I'll be just as happy with just a Astrobot 2 that just continues on.
That's all. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. In fact, I want all those things. But continuing on, number 2 is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Love the game. I thought it was awesome. Sims, I didn't shake my head during. Thank goodness you're here. Okay, Sims, you can relax. Okay, how about you turn your camera off again?
I did not expect you to.
No, I really did love Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, though. I very much enjoyed the open world elements. I understand the problems everyone has with it, but I thought they really did the side quests well in that game, especially the character-driven ones. And then, yes, I have some problems with the overall story, but the gameplay, man, the fucking combat is excellent in this game. It's just improved Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it's one of my favorite combat styles in games, just in general. It is fucking great. It plays great. It's like this mix of a little bit of turn-based, a little bit of action, and it just feels fucking awesome to play, and they just refined that and made it better in this one.
Yeah.
I will give props to the combat is very good. I just get so caught up with the amount of time and energy I put into it. I don't know. I just felt offended.
It just sours you. Yeah, it just sours you on it.
It did sour. I'm good to it. I'm not happy that I don't like it.
And it's just cool that all the combat feels great, and except Kate Sith, I'm not the biggest fan of, but like Red feels different from Cloud, and it still feels great. Yuffie feels different from Barrett, and it still feels great. Barrett feels different from Aerith, it still feels great.
Tifa is just like a beat 'em up.
They're one of the few games where you play as multiple different characters that each have their own unique play style, and they knock all of them out of the park.
Yeah, for sure. It's like Aerith she just does her staff, and it feels awesome. You're just a mage. It's very cool. Yeah, like everyone plays awesome.
And then my number 1, my game of the year, Silent Hill 2 Remake. I am shocked to say it. Shocked to say it, dude. This story just blew me the fuck away. As someone that never played the original Silent Hill 2, going into this fresh and having a fresh experience and not even sure if I'd like Silent Hill as a thing, man, this game just fucking killed it for me. It's the scariest game I ever played by far. I was scared shitless the entire time I played it. It's just... I think Silent Hill 2 Remake just made me feel something more than any other game this year, and that's why it's my game of the year. From the story to the horror elements to just the overall vibe of this game with the fog and the darkness. And then I love the way it plays as well with the mix of the different mannequins and then having a weapon for each of the different mannequins that's best to fight them with. Yeah, man, I can't say enough good things about Silent Hill 2. Shout out to Blooper Team, because like
I know.
everyone, including me, was downing them. I remember
All of us
watching
in the show.
I
We were
remember
very down.
watching that Silent Hill direct and just shitting on this game. Be like, this
We were
looks like
very down.
shit.
Very,
The
very
combat
down.
looked like shit. The graphics
Yep.
look like shit. And I was like, why are they doing this? Why the hell would Konami pick Blooper Team to make this game? Because it just seems like, Blooper Team has a dicey track record,
Yeah.
It just seems like this is not a good fit. You guys should have picked anyone else and they could have done this better. It just seems like what was an easy knock out of the park hit in a Silent Hill 2 remake, one of the best games of all time, being remade. It seemed like Konami picked the wrong developer, but they sure as fuck picked the right developer, and Blooper Team knocked it out of the park with this one. And I'm shocked that this ended up being my game of the year, but it really was, man. It's
awesome.
It's a story everyone should experience, and for horror fans in particular, it's a story you have to experience.
I need to play it. I know. I need to play it. I own it. It's downloaded.
Yeah, I need to play it as well.
Haven't gotten a chance to play it, but it is downloaded for sure.
And that makes another survival horror game my game of the year after Alan Wake 2 was last year. And I just got a thing for white dudes that are searching for their wife.
Oof.
That also wear green jackets.
Yeah, then your game of the year before that was it Neon White?
22
or no,
would have been the year before that.
Yeah, yeah.
No, 22. Yeah, no, you're right. Would have been Neon White.
No, 20. No, that was 21.
No, Elden Ring. We've all picked Elden Ring, wouldn't we?
I didn't pick Elden Ring.
No, it was that was 22.
No, 22. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It was Neon White.
And that's my game of the year, guys. All right.
That's your game of the year.
That's it. Now, guys, I will end the show with the question we've traditionally been ending the show with. I will ask, what will be your game of the year for 2025? Last year, Daniel picked Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I went back and watched this. Sims, you picked Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I also said Final Fantasy VII Rebirth unless a 3D Mario came out, which it didn't. I was wrong. Sims was wrong. Daniel, you were right. Daniel, it's like 2 years in a row you've been able to pick your game of the year. So,
what was the previous one?
It was Zelda. You had Zelda. You picked Zelda.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's an easy. I think that was an easy pick.
Did we all pick Zelda that year? Yeah.
I did not. I picked Alan Wake 2. Oh, for the game of the year?
No,
you said Hogwarts that year.
Oh, that's right.
Sims did, and I said, what did I say? I don't know what I said.
God of War?
Maybe. No, because that would have been. Is that the wrong year? That's the wrong year.
Elden Ring year.
No, 23. I don't think I asked this question 22, like 21 going in 22.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know what I said that year. Yeah, I have no idea.
What would I like this question. I like the fact that
I love this question. Yeah, I love this question.
So what do you guys think your game of the year will be for 2025? I'll start. I mean,
if you have an answer.
It's tough because we don't know exactly what's coming out, I'm tempted to say Judas, but we don't know if that's coming out. I'm tempted to say 3D Mario again. We don't even know if that's a thing. So as far as things announced for 2025, I gotta say GTA 6. I mean, it's will it come out this year? Who knows? But I'm hopeful, and if it does come out, I think it's a clear contender for Game of the Year. Unless those other two come out, I would assume that I would like Judas and a 3D Mario more than I like GTA 6 even, but we just don't know if those are actually going to be this year. So I will say GTA 6 will be my game of the year for 2025 at the moment.
Yeah, I was kind of just looking at a few things. I think it would probably be a 3D Mario if one does come, but I can't say that because that technically doesn't exist. So I guess I don't know if it would be working against me, but I think it's gonna be GTA 6. I actually think story-wise they're gonna nail it again, like they did with Red Dead.
Steven,
Sims.
how much does Sims really think GTA is not coming out this year?
Yeah,
I still don't think it's coming out.
I mean, he counterpicked it. I did not expect him to do that.
It's kind of funny. Did theirs too? Greg Miller counterpicked it as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't. It's
so hard because we just don't know what Switch 2 is launching with yet.
What is coming out? What is coming out? Like,
I mean, Doom. got Metroid Prime.
Yeah, you got a lot of the Xbox
Ghost
stuff.
of
You got
Yote.
Doom, Fable is scheduled, Outer Worlds 2, and then PlayStation side, you got Ghost of Yote, yeah, Death Stranding 2, and then Nintendo, we just don't know yet. I mean, Metroid Prime is scheduled through 2025, right? That's the only one currently.
Do you guys, like, obviously I know I picked some crazy things, but I genuinely believe that we're getting the car and the 3D Mario. Yeah.
It's tough. It's just tough to judge. I mean, I hope so.
It's so hard to say because like Nintendo could also just come out of left field with something else, you know?
Yeah,
like
my heart wants
an Animal
to say,
Crossing or something.
Right, exactly.
Say, Wind Waker, because I've waited for it so long.
Your hopes
that
are
was
so
not
high.
the answer I was expecting.
I know that's getting announced in the next 2 months.
Oh my god, the hope is so real.
No, man. Like they could easily hold that for even longer.
That's a launch title.
Where's Twilight Princess?
You've got to release a Zelda. You've got to release a Zelda with that Switch.
I don't think you do. I think if the theory that's ready and that's just been ready to go and they're just shoving it, why would they put it out this year when they're going to have a huge launch lineup, you know? No. Why not save that for another year? Yeah, right. When they don't have a game.
I will say, I think the game of the year will be Monster Hunter Wilds.
You know what? I know how much you got into Worlds.
Yeah,
that's a good.
And then I was actually looking forward to Assassin's Creed, but it's looking less and less like doubtful now. I don't know.
I still think that game
good, dude. I was just telling Daniel, like I just saw 10 minutes of gameplay of that. It looks fucking good.
Yeah, I think that game's gonna be.
I really look forward to it.
My heart really wants to say Fable, but I'm just not entirely sure that's coming out this year, and I don't know how good that's gonna be with Playground making it. You know, I really want Fable.
For sure.
I want Fable to be on that level really badly, though.
I have faith in the writing. It's just gonna be a different type of game, I think.
I do think Roger Picorni's prediction about Spencer is right.
Oh, Phil leaving this year?
Yeah,
I could see it.
Oh, you think he like retires?
Wouldn't be shocked. It seems like Sarah Bond too is taking more and more leadership there, and like kind of taking over the mantle. So I wonder how much longer Phil is.
But he's like taking over Microsoft gaming, and she's like Xbox.
Right? Yeah.
So.
But Roger and everyone kind of agreed that it was just like he's losing more and more of the brain. Like it's Microsoft's taking over. Microsoft. It's like I don't think Phil wants to make anything third party.
No, they are entirely right. Like, it is no longer Phil's Xbox vision.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, 2025, Daniel's saying GTA. I'm saying GTA. Sims is saying Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah.
We will find out next year. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdic. Give us a little comment below. What was your game of the year? Yeah, like, let us know. If you watched this whole thing, thank you so much for watching. This is gonna end up being like a 3-hour episode, maybe even longer.
Almost.
Yeah, something like that. So thank you so much if you made it this far into the show. We'd love to hear your feedback or anything like that. And please subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdic. You can also find us on all audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you like. We are there. Anything else you guys want to say?
I'd love to see your top 10s if you want to comment your top 10s.
Sims, anything?
I am very grateful for you two being in my life.
Me too. I love that you two are here.
What the fuck off, Google?
Fuck off, Google, indeed. All right, we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.